What is up, everybody? Sorry about that. Actually, technical difficulties on my side.
Yes, it wasn't me for once. Where's Easy at? Do the Linux.
Last second, the microphone didn't want to work for whatever.
It wasn't Apple's fault.
Not this time.
Right, Todd?
Yes, the one time it wasn't Apple's fault.
Whatever.
But they're still highly sus. So
yeah.
Right. I love them. You don't. Let's just disagree. Agree to disagree.
I got an Apple iPhone, but that's the limitation as far as I'm going.
That's where it starts, Rod. That's where it starts.
I've been able to keep it there thus far. I did have an iPad at one point, but that broke. And it's didn't go back. But now I got a Surface.
Surface? I've never even heard of that. Is that Android?
Is it a Surface Pro?
No, it's Surface Pro. It's a desktop that becomes a tablet.
Oh, fancy.
Not a desktop, a laptop, I should say.
Yeah, that's what I used to use at work.
Yeah, I kind of like it. That's what you see when you
just like a Microsoft Surface Pro.
I don't even know what either one of those words mean.
With the broadcasters using the sports shows and everything, they're carrying around their newscasters nowadays.
What's a tablet? It's a laptop, but it's got things you can pull and just make it a tablet where you can walk away from what you're doing without the keyboard or whatever.
Sounds amazing. It's pretty
cool. Yeah. I could draw on it and do like John Madden.
Right, yeah.
I can draw on my iPad.
You see you in the corner.
I got a $99 pencil that I can do that with.
Hits him, boom.
Yeah.
He goes over here, he gets the wedge, he goes a block here, boom, up the middle. Well, welcome back, Shannon.
Thank you.
We've missed you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The people have definitely missed you.
No, I miss the people too.
People were demanding.
Oh,
yeah.
They wouldn't miss me if I was here every week, though. So you know.
You bring a lot of sunshine. I'm sure they miss you.
Oh my God, that is so sweet. That's so sweet. That might be the best thing anybody's ever said to me.
Oh, stop.
Really?
Because I want to be sunshine. And
just because it comes from Rod.
No, just because I know he means it when he says it. Oh. I'm not saying you don't mean anything. Because Todd says a lot of nice things to me, too.
But I don't always mean it.
Todd did say I do. So, it's got to be something.
Oh, fuck I do. Who gives a shit about that?
Yeah,
fuck I do.
I asked you, so.
You did. I just wanted you to ask me. I didn't actually want to do it.
She didn't want to say I do.
It was like I wanted to know I could have it if I wanted it, but I never wanted to do it.
Her idea.
Wait a minute. We talking about getting
married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
no.
Something about something else for a second.
Oh God, no.
Well, in this sense, it could be the same. I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe I do, or I guess.
You guessed. I didn't. I knew what I wanted.
No, so I'm talking about you. You guess.
I'm not following, but it don't matter. Let's just move on to something else.
Hi, Vanessa.
So we know Shannon knew what she wanted. Yeah.
I always know what I want.
Oh, Vanessa says hi. We got Erie in the house. What's up, Shannon?
I love Erie.
We're reduced to y'all fellas.
I'm used to that, Rod. I'm used to that.
That's because I only show up every few weeks. If I was here every week, they'd be like, "Would this bitch shut the fuck up?" I mean, Erie wouldn't say that. Erie would, because I got love.
Vanessa,
me and Erie got love.
Whoever we could mention
that. Hopefully, Erie's kicking some ass over in a war zone right now too while she's listening. She multitasks.
I don't know how Erie just is not so obsessed. She must be can do more than one thing at a time, because I could never be in a video game.
Listen.
Yeah, a video game is my life, or it's not.
Yeah, I think she does it, but I think she's more successful than it actually turns out to be sometimes.
I bet Erie kicks all your all's asses.
I don't play no more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Erie done push me out.
And then we got Bart in the house. Evening, Bart. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Bart up in NJ.
There's EG.
It's 30 minutes or it's free. It was getting close. It was getting close to 30 minutes.
Or what's free? I don't understand.
You know Domino's?
The pizza.
30 minutes, Domino's.
Free.
As you can see, Shannon's in rare form already. Have you started drinking before we did the show?
Well, we went to the brewery for an hour and a half or so.
But I literally had my first beer, and I was halfway through it, and I was already like, I'm feeling good.
It's gonna be one of them nights. I can tell already.
So much you're drinking.
It's called the Master Debater. Here, you do it. I don't. It's from Our Lady, and it's called the Master Debater. They have the best names of beers.
The Master
Debater.
Debater.
Yeah.
5.5%.
And it's a wheat beer, right?
Yeah, it's just a wheat,
So
wheat ale.
is it Joe Biden or Donald Trump?
Is who?
Well, I have that one friend. But
Oh, the beer? I don't.
No, the debate, like it was a presidential
Oh,
debate.
I don't look
Yeah,
that.
Trump.
No, it's like a masturbate, not a debater.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
But never mind. Forget it.
But that's okay. Like you look at
Move
the
to
debater.
move to the next point.
No, you all look. You all look for the debate, and I look for the masturbate.
That one went.
No, I got it. I just didn't understand why that's the side you picked. Well, I didn't at first when you said Trump or Biden. I'm like, what the fuck? But then you said debate.
Make it way more complicated.
I do that sometimes. I do that sometimes.
See, Erie's like me. I only do the iPhone. I don't want anything else. iPhone.
Right. I know how it works. I'm not trying to learn anything new.
Yeah. But that's what they do. Apple has the whole, what do they call it?
Hold you by the balls.
The halo. They have the halo effect. So they try to get you in one product to the next product to the next product. To the next
Right.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do.
Because even when they had the iPod come out, I was on the Zune. I don't know why I didn't go to iPod, but I just took Zune instead. Yeah, that was a good decision. So
But that's okay. That's okay. You do you, and
it was
we'll
okay.
do-
Zune was out of business like 2 years later. But yeah.
Yeah.
But you're still okay, aren't you?
Zaga gonna go down tonight?
I adapt.
Me too. I'm an adapter.
Hi, all. Vanessa back again. Hi, Shannon and Todd. Hi, Rod. At least Vanessa uses our names.
Yeah, that's right.
Not just y'all. Hey, Shannon and y'all.
yeah.
People,
Hi, people.
Speaking
Says
of one that
James.
gets,
fair. It's fair enough. Fair
yeah,
enough.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Speaking of people that love Shannon, I don't even know what happened to Dolly. I haven't heard from Dolly in a long time.
I know.
Yeah. Hopefully she's doing well.
She popped in briefly that one night. It's been months. I don't even
Yeah.
know. I think it was last year, probably. Actually,
I
now.
feel like Dolly is always doing fine. Like,
I don't know. She's like ready to kill her roommate, it seemed like. So,
well,
really
Yeah.
drive her crazy.
I
Apple always starts streaming, just starts buffering every 5 minutes during streams.
mm.
So I never buffer with that. But I will say that Apple Plus seems to get some good shows on it.
Oh, they do. They do.
Yeah. And I
But
kinda
they're
saw
few
them-
and far between.
Well, they got the new one for Samuel L. Jackson that looks really interesting, but I'm like, I don't want to get one just for one show, get another stream for one show, but it looks
Well,
really
they
good.
have the one that's Ben Stiller produces that looks really good.
What's
too.
it called?
I knew he was going to ask me that. I just saw it.
Know your information. If you're going to bring it up, you need to know the facts.
No, I told you what it was before because he had Howard Stern had him on the show that one day.
Is it a reality show?
No, it's a regular series. It's God damn.
It's
what's that
okay.
called?
You can tell us when you figure it out.
No, I think I took a picture of it so I could remember what it was.
Because he knew you'd ask.
No, Apple they have some really good shows, but it's like, they're not like, there's not so many. It's like
Severance.
Severance.
It's called Severance.
Oh, yeah. But we're waiting for the whole season to come out before we watch it.
Yeah, it might be out now. I'm not sure all the way now. I just
Rod,
saw it.
have you watched what's the Wolves thing? Like,
Raising Wolves.
yeah, did
Raised
you
by
watch the
Wolves.
second season?
I've been watching, but I'm behind on it by like 2 or 3 episodes, I think, right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for the whole season to come out before we start watching it.
Yeah, this season actually took off pretty good, but I got behind and I think it might be 2 Friday nights behind, but it'll probably be 3 tomorrow if I don't get caught up. So
They're all there,
So it's
so.
not all out yet?
No, it's all
Oh,
out now. Yeah, it's all out now.
Raised by Wolves?
Yeah, the season
think
finales,
When did that happen?
like this
So it's
week.
Like 2 weeks. Like, okay, so this.
Yeah,
tomorrow will
like
be
this
the
week was
finale.
like the last episode of the season.
Last week.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
whatever.
because Friday, yeah.
Around
so,
about this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to catch up on The Walking Dead. So I'm a couple episodes behind on that. I'm behind on Snowfall, like 3 episodes.
Yeah, I am too.
You're still watching The Walking Dead?
2, I think, behind on
It's like
that
a
one.
candy bar. You gotta
Do you
finish
enjoy
it?
it? Are you still enjoying it?
It picked back up. It's good.
Okay.
And actually, they're about to do another spinoff, which I'm not going to probably get into that, but they're doing a spinoff with Negan and Maggie.
Is the other one still going?
With Maggie?
And Negan, yeah.
I bet Negan's a good guy now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He does. I don't want to ruin it for you in case you ever come
You're
back.
not going to ruin it for me. I would have watched it if I was going to watch it.
Yeah.
I already predicted it, so.
He's on borrowed time with Maggie as it is right now, but.
Oh, are they together?
They're the same. Well, they were the same thing. They had to work together on stuff.
No, but like are they together?
No, he killed Glenn. How are they going to be together? That would be
It's
terrible.
a fucking TV show.
Yeah.
I mean, shit happens.
If a guy killed Todd, do you think you could be with Todd? Be that guy?
No, I sure wouldn't even be.
I mean, if she was
I'd
behind
fucking
it, she could
slit
be, I
his
guess.
throat. Like,
I mean,
fuck
unless she did it.
no.
If she
Maybe
did
if you had somebody kill me and then you'd be like,
she did a
okay.
Carolyn. She did a basket thing, you know. Like
Carol Baskins.
Yeah,
That's right.
I guess she could.
But maybe,
Steaming
fucking
in the
Glenn. That's when I stopped watching it. When they killed Glenn, I'm like, I'm out.
Done. And she's like,
I'm out.
Watching no more. She's like, I ain't watching
I'm
it
like,
ever again.
I'm fucking out. No more. And then I stopped watching it. I'm like, that's the most grossest thing I've ever seen in a TV show. Who could fucking kill Glenn? Glenn was the star of the show.
He actually made it farther in the TV show than he did in the book, though.
Why wouldn't he? I mean, like, it's fucking Glenn. Yes.
In the book, he died quicker.
Mm.
So, but yeah, no, it's kind of an interesting type thing, and it was kind of like she couldn't kill Negan because she needed Negan, but she was
using him.
She found out when he's alive too, but they rehabilitated the thing. So,
but did they?
Rick let him actually live, so everybody backed Rick, right? So
is Rick still? Rick died, didn't he?
Oh, you would think that, but you would.
Died. They made you think he died, but then
actually, they showed him on a helicopter afterwards, so you know he's alive somewhere. He's with.
So he abandoned his people, is what he did.
No, he got taken away.
Oh, okay.
He'll be back.
They don't know.
Well, I'm still not interested. I should stop asking so many questions
really.
because Glenn is dead, and I don't give a shit.
Tomorrow should be.
No, I'm not watching it.
Should be binging it all.
You're giving bias signals by asking more questions. You're getting.
I know. I just can't help myself. I'm sorry.
It's so confusing.
Like, yeah.
If I was going to buy that car, I'm not saying I would, but if I was,
tell me more about it.
How much horsepower is it? Leather seats.
Yeah,
I'm not interested. I just want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like. That's not me.
4-wheel drive, you say? All right.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
But then I'm like, you fucking hurt me. They hurt me because they killed Glenn. Fucking Glenn. Who kills fucking Glenn?
Quit watching it that night.
And I'm still pissed off about it and hurt. And that was like 5 years ago.
They were pretty good on who they killed at certain times. Glenn,
no, they were not. They were not.
Glenn kind of irritated me at points, but then when they did it, it was kind
Glenn?
of like, I can't believe he did it. Yeah, and Carl
irritated you. How did he irritate you?
He just was just always doing stupid. Like he was too good at times. I guess is the thing. Just some of the stuff he would do was just. Like,
but he was just naive.
Yeah, but that naive could cost people lives.
Well, obviously he's fucking dead. Yeah. But
I bet his sister's probably older than they are now, isn't she? Carl's sister.
Oh,
when she was a little baby, she's probably older than they are now, isn't she?
But she's like, I guess on the show now, she's like 9 or 10, I think.
Oh, okay.
Carl, I was waiting for his ad. That's the only reason I would have kept watching is to watch him fucking die. I couldn't stand him.
But then when he got better, people started liking him again, and then they killed him. It was just like,
draw you back in, and then
redeemed, yeah.
They're abusers. Those TV writers are abusers.
And Judah still wears Rick's hat, so it's kind of like that's got to be a stinky hat by now,
right?
I feel like everything would stink by then.
They always get new clothes. They got they're making clothes. I guess. I mean, it's kind of like you would think it'd be rags and stuff, but they really get new clothes and stuff.
Find abandoned houses. It happens to have clothes that close.
Well, I mean, back in the day when we were just starting out, like there was new clothes. We figured out how to make new clothes, so maybe they're figuring out how to make new clothes.
Yeah, but. Maybe. You know, I'm just trying to finish it out. And Be done with it.
That's why I usually am, but I gave up on that one.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for doing that. Like, I am proud of you.
Well, when it started backing up on the DVR, I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna stop.
Oh my God, I didn't know, because I'm like, I abandon everything. And he's like, we're going to watch this. And I'm like, nah. And he's like, you don't watch anything. And he's like, I've put like 10 seasons or 5 seasons into this, and I'm going to keep watching it because I put that much. I'm like, I don't enjoy it anymore. Why would I keep going just because I watched it for 5 years?
I mean, that's
Fuck
like the
it.
whole. That's the whole. That's like the whole sandwich thing, you know.
Yeah.
You got to keep going to get that 10th one when you get it free. So.
Right.
But if you're not enjoying the last 5 of them, are you still going to eat the other 5 so you can get the 10th one free? Like, not me.
If I'm past that point of no return, I'm in it for the winning. So.
You all do you, I'll do me. Like, no.
We're not quitters.
You're not enjoyers either, apparently.
No Warzone tonight. You taking a night off? What?
The Zags are going to go down.
Yeah, Arkansas was winning earlier. I saw.
They're up 8 with 2 minutes to go.
What up, Wayne? Toss one back Thursday. Cheers.
What's up, Wayne?
Shannon curtains and no curtains. We love y'all.
I love you all. My curtains make you think about us. So, I mean, like, that's
Subliminal.
That's important.
You guys might hear a Woo Pig Suey if they pull it off from Blake. Might be the loudest in the world.
All right. I'm ready to pop one open.
What beer are you cracking open?
Well, that's what I was trying to ask you if we went live, and then we had all that trouble. Are you doing
we don't got to do that one yet.
The bistro? Not yet.
But Todd wants to do it.
No,
so.
I'll get it something else. That's why I was asking.
All right. Well, you go get you another one, and then you can get me another one too. That sounds like a great idea.
You got the Roll Your Own Way is the one you got.
Do what?
The one from Roll Your Own Way. That's the one you grabbed, right?
No, Energy City.
No, I've seen.
He's wanting the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take your.
Oh, I know. I got it.
And then will you get me another one of these?
I'm sorry. No, you're right.
Wait, though, you're not doing that one first, though, are you?
What was the name of the other one?
Are you doing that one now or no?
No, I'm not going to do this one. What was the other one?
Oh, okay.
It was Energy City.
It's got a banana on the label.
Yeah, let's do that one. We'll do that one. I'll grab that here in a second.
Okay, I thought that was the one he was talking about when we was messing.
That's the one I meant. I got confused. I didn't realize Roll Your Own Way was under Imperial Stout as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to do this one then?
Yeah, we'll do that one. Let me grab that. Well, Shannon, can you take over the class here for a second?
Yeah, for sure.
Be careful there, Rod.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is going to be a tough one because I got so many questions. Like, okay, it'll be a simple one. What's your favorite color? But now I don't have access to the comments, so he should have given me access to the comments because if I'm going to ask a question, then I need to know their answers.
Well, don't just talk about things that you don't need an answer on.
Oh, I could talk about everything, but
we'll go for it.
No, I just want to say that thank you all for making me feel so welcome. And I just love all y'all so much. I really do. Don't you?
Now tell them what you really say.
He says that shit all the time, but that's not the truth.
No, she does. She does always say that.
Yeah. I'm like, I always have such a good time here.
I say they always want you more than they want me on there, and she's like, "Oh, don't tell me that. That's not true." I'm like, "No, all the comments are for
They would miss you if you weren't here."
I know. I just don't want to tell you that, though.
No, I'm glad you know that, though. Like, you should know that. Like, that's important.
It's okay.
But I couldn't be me without Todd, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But you couldn't be me without you.
That's true, too.
Yeah, because I'm like, go, live your life. I don't want you here unless you want to be here.
Everybody's tuned out now because they're like, I don't listen
to
shit.
You're going to, like, I was like, I had a question, but then I was like, I don't have access to the comments. So, like, what's your favorite color? I was going to get deep, but then I was like, I'm interested in what everybody's favorite color is, too.
Did we do the color thing before?
Probably. I forget this shit.
Just like talking shit to the fellas. Poor Ty got the game and we went to the free Warzone. Again, it's the guy's fault.
I hear you.
Isn't that crazy, though? Everybody calls Todd poor Todd. Like, my whole family was like, poor Todd, poor Todd.
I don't think she meant it like that.
I know, but nobody did until. But they always say that, and I'm always like, I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "Poor Todd."
I must have a sign on my head.
Yeah, poor Todd.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, poor Todd.
Let's see what glass do I want to use here.
Rod, what's your favorite color?
You're not popping that one open yet, though, are you?
No, I'm not popping that one open yet.
Because I just opened one up, and I was like, damn, I thought you said you were going to drink something else first.
I'm going to do the Feed the Monkey Hefeweizen.
Oh, that's the one that we talked about the last time I was here. I thought it looked like a tits.
Yeah, that's true. He took the nose for that.
He did do that, yeah.
He did, yeah. I have a 6-pack of them. Probably red. Probably my favorite color now.
My face is on fire. Look how red. Feel my cheeks.
I can see. It's
Yeah.
red. They're red. Open the window if you need to. I got
her face is on fire.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Though, oh my God, I can't type. Yeah.
That's okay. I'm just glad you're here. Yes, Master Baiter.
That's like fish
Yeah.
bait. That's like putting a bait on the hook. BAIT. That is a green screen behind Shannon and Todd.
No, you should see it when it's light outside. It's a beautiful view, and it's not. None of it's ours.
I did bait packaging. I called myself a masturbator because she did bait packaging. Yo, JT. Got me some cheap ass earbuds. Cost $10. Worked just
ours did too.
AirPods and just a crazy off-brand watch. Well, that's why we deal with China still. They still send us cheap shit. It works.
Are we still? Like they're the ones for the next sanctions, though.
Anything I get off of Amazon is like always from China. See us.
Well, that's when Todd kept not bitching, but getting frustrated about all this stuff with our AirPods and all that stuff. I'm like, how about I buy like a splitter with like some cheap headphones? And then I finally did that, and now here we are, and it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not that the fells aren't love, but y'all just aren't Shannon.
Trust me, Erie. I know. I understand.
Poor Todd. Thank you, Erie. I wish you were here too, because I bet it would be the same.
I can't disagree with Erie on that one.
Yeah. You're so sweet, though. I fucking love it. Like, y'all make me feel so special. You all, they really do. They do. They make me feel loved.
You said that before. A bunch of times.
You're a special lady.
I always have to talk to her sometimes into him, like, your fans miss you. Do you need to come on?
No.
She's gonna have fans like, yeah, you do. You got all kinds of
But
fans.
I'm not here unless I want to be. Like, because I'm like,
we want you to come on, though.
Well, I know, because sometimes they'll be like, are you going to get on tonight? I'm like, I don't know. Because I'm like, I got to know if I want to do it or not in the moment. And then I'm like, ask me, like, right down at the line. And then I'm like, I'll tell you if I want to do it or not. Like, I'm just like, I don't do nothing I don't want to do. So
I'm going to make an I'm with Shannon t-shirt so people will buy it. That way they can wear it.
There you go. Sell it on your in your store.
Shit show, Shannon.
Started with Collective Arts IPA number 20. They're going to just keep doing all their beers just by a number. Citra 4 Ways New England IPA, Citra Sour, Incognito, and Spectrum. I still think back to when that came out. What was like Collective Arts IPA number? I think it was number 6 or number 5. They all kept.
I feel like number 4 was when everybody raved.
Everybody's all going crazy over.
Yeah.
I don't know how y'all remember this shit.
And I remember I was in Chicago and they were like number 5. I was like, oh, there it is. I was like, oh, it's number
Did you like
5.
it?
That's not the one everybody. Yeah, I still bought it. Yeah, it's still pretty good.
But you like number 4 better.
I've never had it before.
Oh, you just wanted it because everybody was.
What everybody on YouTube was like, oh, number 4.
Everybody was getting it out of Canada. Everybody was loving it up there.
Yeah.
I just switched my backup phone to my backup phone yesterday. What's going on? You got some burners for that. Well, that doesn't surprise me that Vanessa had burner phones.
Yeah, she's fucking prepared for anything. Yeah, like
Inspector Gadget.
Today's brew is named after a Ween song, Vallejo by Half Acre Beer Company. Nice.
I like Half Acre. Yeah, they do.
I just don't understand how you all remember. Like, you have so many beers and you like so many beers. And so it's like a million shades of blue, but yet you like all the blues, but you remember each name of all the blues. Like, I don't understand how y'all do that.
I mean, it's just things that matter, I guess.
Well, I mean,
you don't remember them all. Just some
Also,
stand out more than others.
right.
But you all remember
Plus-
a whole lot.
Well, and then
You all remember a whole lot.
sometimes
Just like stats, just like sports stats. We don't. Like
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Numbers.
Like who won championships and
Fucking hate numbers.
I mean, we're guys. That's what we do.
Thank God there's guys. I mean, like,
True.
thank God.
Story.
Yeah. Oh my
Gotta
God,
get
it is
your
a
ass
true
Fire
story.
Stick and VPN. I got everything. It's crazy. Yeah, Gilbert's on it. He's got the hookup. He got that Fire Stick and got it broken, I'm sure. Or jailbreak.
Oh, we got a Fire Stick with anything you want on it.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
not
so-
broken, but we get it from a
Like,
brother.
was it? No, I said broken was like a jailbreak or something they call it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, but we paid like $25 a month for it. My brother's got his own like cable company
Get all the
that a lot of people have. I mean, not a lot, but you can get porn, you can get
anything.
foreign channels, you can get like everything.
Like I shot it one right for the porn to start out.
Yeah, I know, right? You noticed that too. You had a bazillion other things you said, but you go straight to there.
I just don't understand why people are so mad about porn.
Who's
I'm not mad about it. We just said it's funny because you could have chose 5 billion other channels,
But there is this one porn star. I think her name was. She's very beautiful, and I've seen her before, and now she's like not into porn, and she was doing like these podcasts and stuff, and I'm like, you've ruined any porn I've seen you in now. Like, I was like, I see her, I liked her before, and now it's like, she makes me think too much.
watching porn so much.
I love. Don't tell me
So
what to do. Porn.
so you like-
I don't
you
watch
like-
it that much, but
Like your porn star is dumb, is what you're saying?
no, I just don't want to know. I'm like.
That's kind of what it sounded like, didn't it?
That's what it sounded
Not
like.
dumb, but like, ugh,
Young, dumb, and full of.
it's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated. It's complicated.
That's like relationship status.
Yeah.
4 episodes before I finally finished True Blood, so she's getting through True Blood now. So
Oh, true. Yes.
Wait, the old one or the new one?
No, the new one's not come out yet.
no,
It's just a rumor that the new one, because she posted something about like Eric and Bill, and I was like,
You must have missed
Eric
that one.
all day, every day.
Oh, I do remember that now.
Yeah.
The bad boy that just can't help to be good for Sookie. Sookie. What kind of name is Sookie?
Sookie now.
But Sookie's a fairy.
Yeah,
Sookie is a fairy and has the best tits. You've seen Sookie's tits, haven't you? Yeah, Sookie's got really nice tits.
yes, I have.
She's got nice tits.
Yes, she does.
She does. She does. Yeah.
I've not watched the whole series, but I've
They're
seen enough
not.
of
He's
it.
walked in when I've been watching it.
I'm like, oh.
I'm
this
like,
is
look
why
at
you
her
watch
tits.
this.
Like, doesn't she have the best tits?
I'm like, yeah, they're okay.
No, I wouldn't ask about it when no. I'm like, it's a work of art. Like,
I'm like, yeah, I can work with that, I guess.
Yeah, she grew up from playing Rogue in X-Men to that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
True Blood. Yes, True Blood. It was so good.
True Blood was fun. Yeah, it was a good
Yes.
series. It was a good series. Oh, they're making season 4 now of True Detective.
True Detective.
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
The first season.
first season was really good.
Yeah.
Season was the best, and I feel like the second season. Maybe we watched the second and then the third one. We were like, nope,
The
lost
third one,
interest.
I liked the third one.
We started watching.
Or maybe it was the second.
one.
Matthew McConaughey and like Don Cheadle. Which one was that?
Matthew McConaughey was with Woody Harrelson.
Oh yeah, that was the second one.
Not the first one.
That was the second one though.
No,
That was the third one.
No, the second one.
I was at the first one. Am I not coming through? Is mic not working again?
I know. I have a hard time listening sometimes. I apologize.
The second one was Colin Farrell,
Oh yeah.
and then the third one was I forgot who the third one was. Was Don Cheadle do one?
I thought he was. Maybe he was in the first. I thought he was in one of them.
Wasn't God? What's his name?
I'm gonna Google it because I'm like,
Wedding Crashers.
I can't even remember the third one now. God,
What the hell was his name? The
I know.
dark-haired one. The dark-haired one in the Wedding Crashers. I can't think of his name.
oh, I love him. The tall one that played with Jennifer Aniston in the breakup.
Yeah, what's his name? What?
Breakup.
He played in Wedding Crashers. You saw the Wedding Crashers,
He's
right?
popular. Why can't
I
I
saw
think
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, he's the one that Isla Fisher, the redhead, he was like obsessed with her, and he thought she was like a virgin, and then
Oh, you talking about Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yes, Vince
He
Vaughn.
was in the first one too, right? Or was that the
that's
second
right. He
Was it the first one or the second one?
Vince Vaughn was in the third one.
Or he was in the third one. Okay, that was the one we started watching, and you stopped watching, and then I never finished it either.
But the fourth one was with Marshawn Ali, so I'm definitely on board to check that out.
I don't finish much.
Vince Vaughn did. It was so long ago. It was 2019.
Oh
yeah.
But the first one was Woody and
the first one was so good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And I might have kept interest in but I had such the second or the third. I might have stuck with the other ones if I didn't have such high expectations, because the first one just drew me in, and then I started watching. I'm like, eh.
Pretty good with that though. You don't have to watch it.
Well, the second one was I thought a little bit sloppy with Colin Farrell. It was kind of
it was.
Colin Farrell, I'm sure he's a good man, but he's not putting anything good out in a really, really long time.
He was just in Batman. People raved about him being the Penguin in the Batman movie.
The Penguin. Could you imagine if you were a big star and then you were the Penguin?
Oh.
Penguin's a great character to play for Batman. You don't like superhero movies, though.
No, I do like superhero movies. I love action movies. I love them.
That's a prime bad character right there.
Arkansas just won.
Arkansas beat Gonzaga.
And a guy that went out down court for a dunk with 2 seconds left, and he dunked it. He could have just dribbled it out, and they'd won by.
Yeah.
Well, they won by 6.
Well,
they could have won by 4.
I wonder how the bookies are looking at that. If that might have covered something.
Nah, I think the spread was 10 or something.
Yeah. Well, 2022 and brackets are still blowing up.
Yeah, they are. Mark Few just can't win the big one. That's what you get when you play in a weak-ass conference like he does.
Yeah. What's up, Sweet? Happy Thursday, my friend. Hopefully you're over there doing well on the gaming. And Erie says, I'm 11. I don't know why I didn't jump on that wagon when I actually aired. Well, I mean, people didn't know as much maybe about True Blood at the time. So it was good when it came out, though. Are y'all talking about The Walking Dead? I was talking about a little bit ago. I'm behind 3 episodes right now, so I am still watching The Walking Dead. Rick died in the comics, but he didn't die in a TV show. Sweet just dropping spoilers out there. Yeah, he's not.
Oops.
No.
Spoiler
alert. Yeah. No, they showed one of the episodes. They showed him on the helicopter. Everybody knows they're making a movie where he's coming back in the movie, so it's not too much of a spoiler. But yeah, I stopped it forever ago. I watched a little after Glenn, and then lost interest.
That's kind of what I did too.
It went up and down, but I mean, it's doing well now again. Binge watching way after a series plays is more fun. I can't get into binge watching after the series is going because I feel like once I get to the end, it's already over. If I get into something, I want it to continue. So it's I didn't watch Ozark because I thought it was done. And then all of a sudden they had season 4. It's oh, well, I would have went back and watched it if I knew it was coming back out again. So
in season 4, they split up into 2 7-episode seasons, basically.
Yeah. So
which I think it comes back out
coming
again.
Back, right? Coming out, yeah. So I can actually go back and watch it now.
Yeah.
And then, so that could be something I can watch. But mine comes back here next month. I want to stay on top of that too. I like that show.
I need to catch up on that one. I never even watched all of last season.
Yeah. It's just tough to get time. I can't even think to sit there and to watch a show is one thing, but then try to squeeze time in for a movie.
Right. Yeah.
Like the new Batman movie. Alan watched that earlier. EB. It's 3 hours. 3 hours. I mean, I enjoy when I watch 3 hour movie, when we watch the Avengers or Iron Man or something like that and everything. And I probably enjoy Batman for 3 hours, but now I'm just where can I squeeze 3 hours at?
Right. Just split it up an hour a night or something.
Yeah. That's kind of where Netflix is really good, or HBO Max and these things where they kind of are basically making movie type stuff, but over shows,
Right.
Yeah. Remember when Daryl and Meryl called Glenn Chinese when he's actually Korean? They didn't know. You know. Oh, good old Meryl. Yeah, they're actually making. Speaking of Daryl's character, they're actually making a new Boondock Saints movie too.
Oh, they are.
Kind of interested in seeing because they need to make up for the last one that came out. I wish Glenn lived longer. Well, he lived longer in the show than he did in the book. So
as I was going to say, yeah, he actually.
They might have got better ratings. People might have stuck around a little bit longer.
Apparently, Glenn was the only one that could find a nice car to drive. Remember in the first episode, he had the Charger, and that's when everybody's driving beat up cars. Like seriously, everybody's going like, it's gotta be a car lot with nice cars. So
right, you got to be able to hotwire one somewhere. That's nice.
But I will say, like Glenn is like, men have this thing where they think like, I got to be hot. And, like Glenn was not hot, but Glenn was a solid gold kind of guy. So
he was above his pay grade with Maggie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, right. Yeah, you would think that. But Maggie,
he was above.
But Maggie recognized a good, like.
Her options were limited.
Yeah, I mean, but
like, it doesn't get any better. Not gonna get any better.
But that's the thing. Like all these fucking like meatheads that are out there. I mean, they're not meatheads. They're just taking care of their body, but they're like, I'm hot, and then they want the hot girl, and I'm like, well, the hot girl thinks they're just as hot as you, and they think that like you. It's like it's not about how you look. I mean, it is a little bit how you look, but like, I just feel like super pretty buff people are never going to be happy because they always think they deserve better. They always think they're the gem, you know, and it's just like.
I'm sure they're pretty happy alive, though. I'm sure they're.
Well, they're happy while they're fucking a stranger, absolutely, because that's what they do. But they could never get enough. I mean, I could never take a hot guy seriously. I could never. I'm not that Todd's not hot. I should have said that. But he's not like a meathead. He's not like, look at me. I'm the most hot man in the bar.
Well, like Todd was a ball player.
He was, and he didn't understand like. Yeah, but he was a good soul. He's like Glenn.
Yeah, I'm still in the room.
No, but you were like, and that's why you were important and different. You were cute and handsome, but you didn't realize you were handsome or hot. But you had a good soul. You know, I used to be hot back in the day, and I didn't realize what I could have fucking ruled the world back in the day. But I didn't just like, I could have like owned UPS, but I was just like, didn't even realize it until now I'm old and I'm like, oh shit. Like I had so much power when I was younger, you know, but I'm glad I didn't, because if I would have, I wouldn't be where I am now, because I would have been like trying to like fuck the old white, not fuck, but like, fuck you. Like, I would have taken it. I would have ruined his life.
Stick it to the man is what you're saying.
Yes. Stick it to the old fucking white man. I would have been like, oh, you think you're so important and you think I'm just this young little girl with big tits and a nice ass? I would have been like, oh, yes, I am. And then I'd been like, I'm going to fuck your world up. I'd have been a warrior.
Rod, take over at any point. It's your show.
I know. I'm sorry. I feel like I say I'm sorry so much when I'm on here. I'm sorry.
You guys have some fun Thanksgiving dinners.
We have fun every time. Like, we really do have fun.
That's how you should be in life. You should have fun.
Yeah.
I was glad when they killed Lori off. Couldn't stand her ass. Yeah.
Oh, Lori's dead?
Yeah.
The one that met the Jesus guy?
Oh, Jesus dead too, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus is dead. Jesus is dead.
He'll come back in.
People were not happy when they killed him. Oh, when they killed Henry, people were not happy.
I don't even know who Henry is.
Yeah.
Was that the black guy?
I don't think I know who he is.
What black guy?
That was in with Lori and Jesus. I remember the black guy that was in
he went to the spin-off show. Do they still have the spin-off show?
Yeah, he's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him a lot too. I like
think I see what
Jesus
you're
too. I never really was a big fan of Lori.
Well, you watched it with T-Dog was on there. So T-Dog, he died like way back. Yeah.
I just don't like it when people die. I'm like,
Well,
don't
I
make
mean,
me
for
like you and then fucking
like,
die.
people are gonna be dead when you got Walking Dead in the title. So
You're right.
That's true. That's a good point.
yeah.
They all should be dead at this point.
They got all
Okay.
kinds of communities now. Yeah,
So,
Michonne and Rick get together. It took forever for that to finally
oh,
happen.
that was
You can
no,
see it
that was
building
the most like uncharismatic. They had no chemistry.
Oh, they had chemistry. It was building up over time.
Maybe
You could tell
I
they had a
stopped
set
watching
where-
before that happened.
Yeah, it was set before they were trying to fight it off and everything. They finally
Like
just connected.
like she, yes, but like Rick was like, ugh. Yeah,
Well, Rick had to get over Lori too. So
yeah.
True.
I mean, even though she was messing with Shane, he kind of knew it. I think.
Oh, I fucking hated Shane. I fucking hate that actor.
Oh, he's
She-
great. He's
she
a
doesn't
Punisher.
No,
She
and
doesn't like
any
him at
because he
all.
has like a superhero show on Netflix or
Yeah,
something, doesn't he?
You've never seen the Punisher then, because he's actually
Yes,
probably
that's
best
the Punisher. I'm like, I saw he wasn't. I'm like, nope,
Guess you wouldn't
He's a-
watch
I
it.
can't
He was the
stand
best
him
one. He's going to be actually in the Marvel universe now as the Punisher.
with his big old
That was
crooked
pretty-
nose.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one.
But I think it was because I watched The Walking Dead and he was fucking Rick's wife, and I was like,
you never
nope.
watched. You never watched The Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah, I did.
He was in it.
Oh, I don't remember. I only remember Margot
That was-
Robbie and
that was-
He was.
Leo
he was the one
DiCaprio.
that was going to beat up.
But that was
what you
before The
calling it?
Walking Dead, though.
No, that was after. He was going to
Wolf
beat
of
up
Wall
Jonah.
Street?
He was going to beat up Jonah Hill in the parking lot because Jonah Hill wouldn't give him the money. That was him.
No, I know, but I was thinking it was before Walking Dead.
You know, it makes me like
Maybe. I mean, unless I'm wrong.
not under like we were talking about this tonight. I'm like, I watch a movie and I have certain memories of it, and then I discard it. I'm like, this is for entertainment. I don't need to remember it.
Yeah, because we was talking to this guy that we talked to a bunch at the brewery.
He was my
We
friend
talking
first.
we was talking about the Mask, the movie Mask, and
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't know.
I mean, I
don't
remember I loved
her.
The
I was like,
Mask,
oh, you
and
need
it
to
made
watch
me
again. So
sad.
he's talking about all kinds of parts of it.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't see how you guys can remember all those.
Yeah, I don't
different
remember.
movies and whatever. She's like, I forget about them.
But, you bring
But
up a
The Wolf of
Beaches
Wall
reference,
Street?
you'll know it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the only thing I remember is Margot Robbie, which I'm
Yeah.
not like. I appreciate she is the most like.
I'm a
I don't know
fan.
if she's the
You
most,
talking
but
about the Wolf of Wall Street?
yeah, the Wolf of Wall, when she was in the playroom and she like spread her legs for her husband. Yeah, I mean that was hot, but I'm like, but you can't have it. Yeah.
I love her as Harley Quinn. She does Harley Quinn role very good.
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
Al is usually the one who stopped shows he didn't like to watch them without me and then never watched it again. I finished Dexter, Breaking Bad, and a few more without him. Well, Dexter's back now, so
Yeah. I want to watch.
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
That one's
It's
That's why I
really
never-
good. Yeah.
that's why I
probably
never
my
saw.
top 2 or 3 favorite shows of all time. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you say that.
Better Call Saul is really.
Well, he
good,
used to
too.
be the guy that played Dexter. Used to be on 6 Feet Under. I never finished 6
Oh.
Feet Under.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
that's a
He
really
was
good
good.
one,
He was
too.
good in that series.
Yeah.
The finale of 6 Feet Under is one of the most like traumatic moments of my life. I watched my mom had been through all that. Like she had leukemia and then she got better, and we were sitting in her living room and we watched it together. And it showed all the characters that were in the show and how their life panned out, like in the future.
6 Feet Under.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I fucking just like sobbed like it was, oh,
We like both of you here, Vanessa says.
yes, yes,
You're
Well,
using
thanks, Vanessa.
pink and black, so that's our favorite.
There you go.
colors.
yes.
Of course, Vanessa being military, olive, drab, green.
That is, no, I love olive. I really, like I say blue, but
Like the Army green.
like
or
any
whatever,
clothes
yeah.
that I am totally drawn to like an olive green.
We would miss you, Todd.
Yes,
Thanks,
absolutely.
Siri.
Yes, accept that and believe it.
I do
You,
believe
you, even if Shannon
Thank
Carol
you.
Baskins, you would miss you still.
it.
I would never Carol Baskin.
Independence, whenever you entered U.S. Air Force, uniform was olive, drab, green.
I love green.
Backup phone. I'm thinking about switching to the Note myself. Get off the Apple train. especially for the videos and cameras, because the cameras.
Oh
are
yeah,
a
that's
lot
what that
better.
is.
IPA number 5. I plead the fifth. That's the one that was number 5. That's one you said you got was number 5. That's the one that was the big one.
I thought it was the 4. Well, maybe it wasn't the 5 then. Maybe I got this. I didn't get
Yeah.
the popular one at that time. I think it was
Yeah.
the one after, I believe.
Maybe you got the 6 or something.
I don't know. I can tell you.
Peggy, she's in Florida right now.
Yes.
Yeah, she's on vacation.
Enjoy your
Down this-
vacation.
But you know, like, how good of a mother-in-law is she that like I am a shit show and I'm like, you know, and she just still loves me. And I love her. Like, we're totally different, but like I can be me around her and she doesn't bat an eye about it.
Well, that's good. That's how
She's
it should
a-
be.
Good woman. Love her.
Vanessa hate number. Well, you know Vanessa loves numbers, so
Oh.
you said you hate numbers. Yeah.
They make I mean, we need numbers people and then we need
Numbers.
not numbers people, you know?
The creatives.
I mean, I don't know if I'm a creative, but like, I'm definitely not. I mean, I'm not a logical person,
I
so
think you totally are creative
I'm a more maybe.
to a certain extent.
But I can't be creative without the numbers people. You know, if we were all that way.
The special release Canada IPAs are numbered. That's the
Oh, I want to
IPAs.
say this
I've
about.
never picked Bill over Eric. That's what Erie said.
I want to
Never?
say this about Eric before I forget because I think it and then it goes away and I forget. But
Eric
Like,
from True Blood.
Eric Gilbert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm Facebook friends with him, and anytime because sometimes I'll just scroll and I'll see a meme or a comment, and I don't pay attention
He's got
to
some
like
funny shit.
who's posting
He
it.
does.
He's got
Yeah,
some
but
funny shit, yeah.
but sometimes I'll just be scrolling and I'll read the comment, and I'm like, oh, that's totally an Eric Gilbert. That's got to be by Eric Gilbert. Yes, and most of the time I'm right. Every once in a while I get surprised, but yeah, like
yeah. He finds some pretty good ones.
he does. He really does. Yeah, I love his sense of humor. Oh, you would pick Bill over Eric.
I
No,
wouldn't.
she said never.
Oh, I would. Oh, no. Like, Bill's, I mean, in the beginning, Bill was the stable one, but he's definitely not the fun one.
The girl who played Jessica, though. So, yeah, I like Jessica.
Oh, Jessica was fucking hot as hell. Yes.
Which one was that one?
The redhead?
The redhead. The one that got turned into a vampire.
Yeah, Bill turned her into
No, I
a
remember
baby
that.
vampire. Yes. Jessica. Jessica. And
She
I
was one of
loved
the few
her.
women- She was one of the few women that never got naked on the show either. I believe.
No, she got naked.
I think they always cut her out. I don't think she ever.
But the guy that Jessica dated, what was his? It was Sookie's brother,
Yeah,
which I can't.
Jason.
Jason's best friend, and then he was his mom was like such a fucking crazy bitch, and then she loved him, and then she started because the best friend was like the one she should have been with, but Eric was like hot, but he was a fucking shit show. Like,
How many seasons was that one?
I don't know. Yeah, but
No, I was trying to figure out if I could watch it all before the new one comes out.
there's not gonna. It's already ended. Like, it's
New
just
one?
gonna be a spinoff.
I thought
Yeah, if it even happens, they're just talking about it.
they're advertising it. What do you mean if it's going to happen?
Oh, well, maybe it is.
I see it
Yeah.
all the time on preview or like little posters for it or whatever.
I mean, but I feel like if it's a spinoff, maybe you don't even need to know anything. But you should definitely watch. I'll watch it with you again.
Binge watching during the week from. Yeah, it's kind of nice when you can binge watch if you get the time to do it, then you get them all out. Like my wife, she's waiting for the end of This Walking Dead to watch them all, and a couple of the other shows.
I lose interest. Like, Todd's like, there's this new show on. And I'm like, oh, that sounds good. And then we'll watch it, the first episode. And back in the day, it wasn't like that. Like, I would watch it if it came out every week. But now I'm like, I'll watch an episode. And then I'll be like, oh, this is really good. And then by the next week, when the next episode comes out, I already fucking forgot about it and I don't care anymore. So I'm like, I'm just going to wait for the whole season to come out and then I'll watch it.
Watch it all there. I must watch the series for the first time way after it runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Solid Gold Dancer. I still remember that show, Solid Gold.
Oh, I love Solid Gold.
You were too young for Solid Gold.
No, but I saw it was like the disco.
It was a dance show. Yeah, like Soul
Yeah, the
Train and
disco
stuff like that.
dance show. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being a Rolling Stone.
No.
When the military, I wasn't interested in dating much. I was a mean, bitchy person in my younger days. What? Come on now.
Seriously?
That's where she learned that great vocabulary. On to the Citrus IPA, Town Brewery's Mad Nice.
I felt like I was nicer when I was younger.
Yeah.
I was like, I was totally nicer when I was younger.
X-Files. I never finished the X-Files series. I
Yeah.
never watched it all the way to the end. I watched it
Never watched it.
Heather loved the X-Files.
season or two before it ended. I never saw the movies when they came out. Now, Janice, she was into it. She actually has like the collector X-File dolls of Mulder and Scully. She has one of the collector sets and stuff. So,
Oh, Gillian, the one that was in that.
Gillian Anderson. Yeah.
Yes. So she's got this show on Netflix called Sex Education. You watched it, didn't you?
I didn't.
You didn't finish it?
No, I didn't like it.
Oh my God. It's so like, it's a British show and she's like a sex therapist and she's got this high
The one
school
where the kid
son.
where he's trying to start his own thing.
Yeah. And so he
I
goes to
didn't-
high school and then he goes
didn't
into
get
this
into it.
like, oh, it's so good. And there's this high school girl that looks just like Margot Robbie, but she's younger. It's so good. I mean,
Now you got my attention.
it's very good. It's very good.
I don't know, maybe I need to get another shot, but I didn't. I watched about 3 episodes. I was like, nah.
Well,
So-
I mean, it takes a little bit longer. Yeah. I mean, but maybe you might not like it. I really liked it. Me and
Blake in
Kyler
the
liked it a
house.
lot.
Yes, Gonzaga went down. You got to be happy.
Yeah, there's Blake.
You got a good
What's up,
shot.
Blake?
Brackets are exploding.
Yes, they are.
How have you never watched Breaking Bad? It's so good.
It is really good.
It wasn't one of the ones I ever got into. Just there's too much stuff.
Jessie
and very little
Pinkman.
time.
Jessie Pinkman, all day, every day.
I don't even know who that is.
Jessie Pinkman.
I don't know who that is.
That's-
What do you mean?
That's from Breaking
I
Bad.
know who that is.
Oh,
What
I
do
thought
mean
you
all
said
day,
I
every day?
didn't know who that was.
I don't know who that is.
You like
I never-
him that much?
Oh, I love him. Yeah.
No idea who he is.
I mean, I wouldn't like.
Yeah,
I just.
you do. He's got another show.
His name's Aaron Paul.
That's his real name.
Yeah, that's his real name.
He's got another
Two first names,
series,
serial
too.
killer. What's up,
Exactly. Yes. That's what my mom was always like. Never trust a man that has 2 first names.
Cheers, guys. Yeah.
What's up, Big Daddy?
Big Daddy in the house. Thank you again for the boxing. I did the unboxing earlier. I'm about to
Courtesy of Big
celebrate
Daddy.
with one of your beers here. Cheers, Mojo. Crazy fun shit. It's Eric's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Stop talking about me like I'm not here. You
You're
always
being
got some
so
funny shit on
paranoid,
Facebook.
Eric Gilbert.
Mostly bras on her, but long she's beautiful. Bras on who?
Probably Margot Robbie.
No, the redheaded girl I was talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jessica. Yeah.
Yeah. They usually didn't really show her that much on there. So
Yeah, maybe they didn't, but yeah.
Cheers, Vanessa. Apparently 2010 and 2014 there was a spinoff, Jessica's blog.
Oh, yeah, because it was based on a book series.
Well, the spinoff might have been like one of those little side things, though, like they were doing. They did a spinoff like on one of the Walking Dead where it was like little clips in between shows, but it wasn't a full show type thing.
Yeah, because the whole series is based on books, and I read like the first 3 books, and then I was like, and then it was kind of like Game of Thrones. They finished out the series when the books ended, and then they carried it on.
Yeah, another show I've never watched, Game of Thrones.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Although I had to let her listen to podcasts and explain to me what the hell was
Yeah,
going on
it
half the
was
time,
like-
but-
Have you ever seen the Samuel L. Jackson explaining Game of Thrones?
Yes.
yeah,
pretty
that's
funny.
pretty funny.
I saw a TikTok.
him basically reading anything.
But I think it was a TikTok or a YouTube video, and it was Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. and they were talking. I didn't even know he had a wife, but they were talking about like when they first met in high school. They've been together for a million years.
Mhm.
It was very sweet and interesting. Yeah.
Welcome around nothing but guys in construction. Yeah, your vocabulary, construction, truck stops.
It's
I
fitting.
mean,
I know.
yeah, she's got the vocabulary. She makes up
I
words.
don't know.
you
Yeah,
know.
I know.
Be a match for each other. I think, as far as that goes.
I would understand the language.
I had every X-File DVD collection. Yeah, I think I fell out of X-Files like because something else started. I just stopped watching it. I think it was on Sunday nights. I think maybe Sunday Night Football started up or something. Something changed.
Yeah, maybe.
Something changed.
Ozark.
I feel like it was a Sunday night. I think you're right.
Yeah, Godfather Harlem I've never seen. I want to see it, but then I got to pick up another streaming service if I wanted to do that. Narcos I started but didn't finish, which
I did
was pretty
too.
good. And Ozark I haven't seen yet. It's just hard to get time to get into all this stuff.
Yeah, it was already.
Well, when I fucked my knee up,
But I heard the Godfather of Harlem is really
I've never even heard of the Godfather of Harlem.
Yeah, that's Forrest Whitaker. I think that's on Epic.
Oh my God, I love him.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? I think isn't that based on a true story?
Yeah, he's playing a character. He's playing.
I mean,
yeah.
But Narcos is kind of what's the big
Narcos
drug lord?
is based on Pablo
Yeah, Pablo.
Escobar.
Or
Yes.
Pablo Escobar,
So
yeah.
I started watching that when my knee got blown out and I was in bed watching shit. And I watched the first few episodes and it was interesting. It reminded me of Snowfall a little bit because I had so many characters.
Well, the Snowfall be kind of like at that time the American side of bringing in stuff. From
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
Snowfall
Yeah.
doesn't have that many characters. You watch Game of Thrones, it's nowhere near that.
Yeah.
I mean, Snowfall is on my list because you guys love it so much, and I'm like, but I just got to be dedicated to it and like be able to like put the energy into it.
I tell you, the show I'm waiting to come back also that I've got into is the Gangs of London. That was pretty tight.
Yeah, I've heard that one was really good too.
Yeah, that's got one of the guys from Peaky Blinders. That's like the lead on it. That's really good.
Another one that's
So
on the
Peaky
list to watch.
Blinders. You ever seen Peaky Blinders yet?
No.
Still? Oh my God!
Mm-mm.
What are you waiting for, man?
I know.
It is so
What are you doing
good.
with your life?
I know.
Oh, I'm watching this, and this.
Yeah, we got the other 15.
It's like, shut up. You haven't seen Game of Thrones, so shut up.
Right? Yeah.
No, but it's kind of like everybody like talks up that show so much. It's kind of like I just like I'm putting off the gratification.
I'm all about being gratified. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
But
beer. Are you cracking open a beer yet?
I was waiting to see if we were going.
Yeah, he's been trying to open this beer since we started this.
All right, we'll do it to give a shout out to Big Daddy there.
Yeah, if he's still around.
The Energy City Bistro coconut banana cream pie that was sent from Big Daddy. So looking forward to checking this one out here.
What kind of beer is this?
It's a Berliner style beer with coconut banana.
Oh, that's my style, right?
Shout out to Beer Patrol. We got coconut, son.
Coconut, son.
No, Todd did. He gets his beer mail or whatever, and he was talking about Big Daddy. He was telling me about all the beer he sent to him, and yes,
ABV 6.5%. Fruit added after fermentation, so hopefully it's not going to be a 450 North type thing.
That looks delicious. Oh, that smells like buttered popcorn, though.
Oh,
Doesn't it smell like buttered popcorn?
It smells like
that crack was
smells like
so good.
suntan lotion.
Yeah.
Which is the coconut. Well, it does kind of smell like buttered popcorn to say that. Look at that color, though.
It's beautiful. It might be the most beautiful beer I've ever seen. Honestly, don't you think it's beautiful?
Oh, that is milky creamy right there.
It's beautiful.
It's like a pina colada.
Drink it so I can have some because I want some of it.
Oh, it smells like a pina colada.
It smells like buttered popcorn.
It does kind of smell.
It does have a resemblance of butter popcorn, but if you have a pina colada, it smells like a pina colada too.
If you didn't read the label first and you smelt it,
I think pina colada.
I already have buttered popcorn in my head.
I think that's the banana part coming in. Maybe.
Oh, I do smell banana. It does. I do get the banana.
That's what the banana part.
If I'm thinking banana while I smell it, it smells like banana.
Very aromatic. Comes out really easy.
Oh, it's the most beautiful.
Coconut definitely powers more than the banana slash
I feel like I should
butter
be
popcorn.
Oh my God. How are y'all just sitting there? Fucking taste it already.
I know it's like you should be up catching some rays.
How y'all just like delay your gratification?
This is the part of enjoying a craft beer.
You can smell it too and enjoy it, you know. Just don't watch.
Taste it so I can taste it.
You can taste it.
Oh my God, I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
Oh, this is a beer you can chug real easy.
Oh wow!
You know what? When I opened the box the other day from Big Daddy, I almost stopped at the liquor store that same day.
Can we get this here?
We actually just got it a couple days ago. And I started to stop and get it, and then I saw it was in the box. I was like, "Sweet!" But
Taste
I
it.
might have to go get some now, though.
You shouldn't even be able to call this beer.
If it's still there. I mean, I'm sure it's probably. I will.
It's not even fair to call this beer.
Oh, it's delicious.
Oh, that smooth, creamy, velvety.
Can I have another drink?
That foam taste.
It's mine.
Okay.
It's definitely.
He sent it to you, not me, but
definitely like the banana.
Oh my God!
I guess the kind of a cream pie, like it says, but you do get coconut in it also.
But you know what this beer makes me think of is like.
But I don't know how it tastes cold.
God.
But it's been sitting out since we started the stream. And Big Daddy did message when he sent it. He's like, it's better when it warms up. So let it warm up. So I'm glad I let it sit as long as I did.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Big Daddy, for sure. It's really good.
Isn't it so good?
It's definitely creamy, smooth.
It's got a little bit of a fluffy type feel to it.
I am surprised that it's 6.5%.
Well, they said it before the fruit was out. That's why I was saying hopefully it's not like 450 North.
Yeah, true.
But it's like a puree type feel.
It is. Yes, it's like a smoothie.
You know what this would be really good with is like a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
How good would that be?
You could do that too, make it a float.
Like a float, yeah.
But I was just thinking about our conversation earlier when you all were like talking about all the beers you liked. And I taste this one and I forget about all the other beers that I've liked. They leave my mind and I'm just like, okay, this is the next. I'm like, how do you remember? You can taste this and still remember all the other ones?
Copper in the glass.
You
get that with coconut.
Freaking good.
Gilbert. Nice cream pies are always enjoyable.
Cream pies.
Leave it to Gilbert to find that one moment.
Yep.
Oh, this is really good.
Yes. It's
got
really
my
good.
was available in Canada, but VP and Fire. Oh, so you can't get it in Canada, but you got the hookup, which is nice.
My God, it's so good.
James said these dessert beers are more like beer cocktails. I can never drink more than one in this. Yeah, you do have a cocktail feel, and it's got a sugary type feel to it as well. So you would feel that added up after a point. But if I was on the beach, like back in Jamaica, or Mexico, or Bahamas or something, I can just drink this baby out on the beach with no problem.
Like, no problem.
Todd has said this to me, like I drink beer so fast, and then like I drink really light beers, and then like if I get one that's a little bit more heavier, like I drink them slower because they're harder to drink. So it's kind of like I don't get drunk as fast, but
yeah, this one would fill you up for sure if you try to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this shotgun it.
I'm
Try
actually
to drink it fast.
I'm actually trying not to drink this fast because this is one you can easily chug as well.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I'm trying to take my time with it.
And it's the prettiest beer.
It's got a banana cream feel to it, but if it was orange, it'd be like a creamsicle.
No, but it tastes like a jelly.
I'm just trying to think of like a creamsicle with this consistency and flavor. That would be amazing too.
Yeah, they have one. Mantry used to do the dreamsicle, which was that way.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't as kind of juicy like this one is though. But this is.
I don't feel like. Yeah, I don't think that one is as thick either. Like.
Yeah, this one's thick
and creamy. It's so good. This is so good.
But have you ever had a peanut butter a popcorn flavored Jelly Belly bean?
Oh yeah. It's kind of what it smells like.
And I'm like,
I don't really get the taste.
but like if I smell something, it's already in my head, and then I taste it, and it tastes like it smells. So it's kind of like
Big
that's
Daddy
what it
said
tastes like.
He was stuck at a birthday party. Damn, homie, this shit right here is what we're drinking.
Yes, thank you, Big Daddy.
Yes, sir.
This is fire right now.
It is.
Appreciate you.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
And it's the prettiest beer I've ever seen, I think. Like poured in a glass, it's beautiful.
Since my birthday was a couple weeks ago, I'm saying this is my birthday party, enjoying this thing right here.
There you go.
Ooh. Oh, I love.
That's some good shit.
It's just not fair. It's just not fair.
No, why? I mean, no, don't think about what you've never, just enjoy it, what you have, and be like, oh my God, I'm so happy I have this right now. And forget about everything else.
Oh, yeah.
Be in the moment.
It's just.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, watching. This is good stuff. If y'all have Energy City, I would definitely say check this out.
I'm hoping this isn't the only offering we get from them, because it actually, like I said, it just came in the store this week.
And like,
but is this like a limited edition for a while?
I don't know.
It was suckers.
It might be here.
They said they sent it by accident. You ain't see it anymore.
Maybe.
Oh my God! I just thought of a song that reminds me of this beer, and it's the
Milkshake
song.
For all the boys in the yard.
No, it's the song, and it's like, all I want to do is make love to you, and it's like the woman is on the car, and her husband can't get her pregnant, so she picks up a stranger on the side of the road and she makes love to him and she gets pregnant, and then she goes back home, and then she goes back out like a while later and she sees him and she's like, all I want to do is make love to you. You need to listen to that song.
This is a music video or what are the porn things?
It's a song. Yes.
2 days ago.
I'm going to find it because that song reminds me of this beer. It's like, you're here now and you give me what I want. And I'm sorry that you loved me too. But like, I have other things. All I want to do is make love to you is the name of the song.
Okay, a bit strange.
I mean, it's just how I relate to the beer.
We also started getting bearded Irish 2 days ago.
I thought you were getting bearded Irish already.
Not in Indiana. I could get them in Louisville.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get them here, so.
I bet y'all know this song. It's Hart sings it.
Actually.
Hart.
Oh, okay.
Big Daddy, if you're still on there, can you get any bearded Irish?
Don't play it too much because it'll get blocked.
I'm just going to play a few, like.
No, it'll get blocked.
I'm going to wait for the chorus.
Yeah, don't play it all because it'll.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to wait for the chorus.
I got a good haul today. Loaded this. We can still hear it though.
Okay, hang on.
He doesn't want you to play.
I know. I'm going to play 10 seconds. One.
No, it'll still block if it has anything come
through.
through.
Even 10 seconds?
It doesn't matter.
I thought you could play for like 3 minutes. Oh.
I got a good haul today. Loaded the cellar.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very nice.
I thought I could do 3 minutes.
A lot of people think they can do 3 minutes.
But it's okay if you can't. That's okay if you can't. It's okay.
Is it though? Depends.
It's a bad day.
Well, it's okay if, like, that's the whole thing. Like, people talk about, like, how long sex should last. And I'm like, well, are we talking about, like, penis and vagina? Or are we talking about foreplay and the whole thing? Like, they're two different stories, you know, like got some foreplay, but like.
You're trying to separate it out.
Well, I mean, it's the whole, I mean, like the definition of sex is different for people, you know? So it's like.
She really likes that fire stick on Todd.
I like Todd's fire stick.
Apparently. Oh, they have a pineapple banana cream pie one.
Oh,
that'd be awesome.
It's a nice feel of coconut.
I just can't get that song out of my head.
Drink.
Oh, so I had this resident at work, and you know how a song gets stuck in your head?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, we were listening to the song, and she was like, that song makes me have an earworm.
Yeah,
That's what it's called. It's called an
that's what I was just getting ready to
earworm.
say before you said that.
When it's stuck in your head, it's called an earworm.
You never
I
heard that
think
before?
No,
I
I
heard-
had never heard that
You've
before.
never heard that before? That's what I was just going to say before you said that.
An earworm.
Earworm, yeah.
When I hear earworm, I think of that Star Trek movie when Khan puts the worm into people's ears.
I think about the little, I forget what they're called, them little white worms that you put on the hook.
You
And
go fishing?
yes, what are those called?
I don't know if it's earthworms you got.
No, it's not an earth. It's a white, and it's not a maggot, but it's a pea worm or
Oh, the
Mill-
bee moss or
meal
whatever? No, the bee moss. The
pea
bee-
moss. Yeah. And I'm like, oh. Because I'm like, I like to go fishing, and Todd's like, well, we'll just throw them back. And I'm like, if we're going to put them through the fucking torture of like,
So it just slit their throat instead.
yes, I'm like, you don't go to be like, punch somebody in the face. If you're going to do it, then fucking kill them, you know?
Morning earworm is a recurring feature on my Facebook page.
Ooh, a morning earworm.
Earthworm. That's what I was thinking too, FACP, but no.
No.
We're learning new things here. And mealworm is what Vanessa said.
Mealworm, yes, a mealworm.
Mealworm. I just realized I've only put this on YouTube. I meant to put it on Facebook and Twitter, but didn't hit the button. Anyway, so this will be a YouTube exclusive, but I'll share it to it later.
A night
Anyway.
crawler.
Night crawlers.
Those are the worst. When you got to,
You go fishing with them?
yeah, you got the night crawlers, and then you got the earthworms, and then you got the minnows and the crickets. Like the crickets, you put the cricket on the hook, and it's like, oh, it's so crunchy, the sound. Like, I have a hard time doing the crickets.
I've actually heard of that one. He said he found the last days of Ptolemy Gray on a fire stick, son. I heard
The
that
last days of
Ptolemy Gray. Yeah, that is the new one with. I think it's the new one with Samuel L. Jackson. I can't believe it's on there already, though.
Oh.
He's basically an older guy
Movie?
who's about to die. No, I think it's a short series.
Oh.
But he actually ends up, his brain allows him to recall everything he's ever had in his life.
Oh my God.
Most people forget as they get older, but he's able to recall everything through what's going on with his brain. And so it's just like him getting in touch with stuff again.
That sounds like torture.
But I mean, if it's something bad, it could be, but it seems like he's getting a lot of, just for some of the stuff they showed, a sense of delight out of it, being able to recall stuff he remembers. So before he's leaving, he's recalling all these good things he's had.
Enlightenment.
He probably had some bad ones though too.
Yeah.
Knowing Samuel L. Jackson, he might have a twist on there.
Oh, I fucking love the fuck out of him.
James Thurston Davis. Yeah, James, he was saying on his Facebook page, he has morning earworm, a recurring feature that he shares. So if you want to see him on Facebook, he's under James Thurston Davis. Every time I think of Thurston, I think of the Howes. Thurston Howell.
You know what? Like, no, we're on here right now, and everybody's commenting, and I'm like, oh my God, like I want to remember everybody and follow them on everything, and I fucking forget.
Yeah.
But it's easier for them to get my name and like, but maybe they don't want to follow me. But I'm like, I want to know, like,
Ptolemy Gray, not Ptolemy. Okay.
what?
Yeah. It's pronounced Ptolemy for that, not Ptolemy. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I think about all of everybody, their YouTube channels, and I'm like, I want to follow everybody. That was like Mallory last week. I was like, I know who she is, and I've thought about her every time we get on here, and I'm like, but I don't know her like tag. So I'm like, give me your tag. And so last week I did, and now I follow her on everything. She fucking shaved her whole head off.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
So Tuesday night, it's like so gross. It looks like mine now.
Yeah. It don't take long. It don't take long. But that's fucking amazing. Yes.
Big Daddy said, I can't even get Energy City at the store. I have to go to a brewery, talk, and get it in Indiana.
I know. Big Daddy is Like I told you in that message, they actually just got this one a couple days ago. That's the only time I've ever seen Energy City here, though.
I've never even heard of Energy City.
And that's the only beer that they've gotten from them. So we'll see if they keep coming or not.
Yeah, Gilbert said he got the first 2 shows today actually loaded, which is nice. Yeah. I bet it's going to be a good series. EB's in the house. Cheers, homie.
Hey, buddy.
And then I sent Todd a friend request, but he didn't respond. Oh,
really?
Todd.
I doubt that.
On Facebook?
On Face, yeah. Because he would totally, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he would totally respond.
Todd just accepts the young women invites that show up.
I would too. I get it. No, it's okay. I get it. You can look, but you can't talk.
Can't talk or can't touch?
No, you can't like message.
Oh, okay.
You can look. It's okay to look.
James, do it again because I don't have it. I don't have anything.
Yeah, Todd Wren's a common name.
Oh, he said it was some months ago. So if you resend it now to him.
No.
Yeah, resend it again.
Yeah, he would totally have.
I never did see it. No, I would have totally.
Yeah, he totally. Yeah.
Sorry about that if it did. But resend it because I'm not seeing it now.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't lie. He would have totally, yes.
Yeah. All right. Shannon, pick a number between 1 and 250.
23.
23.
It's my favorite number.
Oh, we're doing the questions.
Would you rather?
Oh, would you rather?
Communicate only in emoji or never be able to text at all ever again?
Well, an emoji, because that is a form of communication. Like, yeah, emojis for sure.
What do you mean, texting wise? Is that what you said?
Well, you can only communicate using emoji, or you can never text again.
Yeah,
Would you communicate only using emoji, or never be able to text again?
Oh, I mean, that's such a simple question. I can't believe I picked 23.
Or you mean like communicate with anybody? Period.
It doesn't matter.
Other than
you can only
communicate. Okay.
Just texting only an emoji, or just.
I mean, you can't say an emoji.
Okay.
It's texting. You can't put an emoji out there unless you fucking text it.
Well, I know, but I was.
Do you know how to do an emoji other than texting?
I send
you do
emojis all the time.
No, I'm saying not in a text. Like, can you do an emoji with like your hands in person?
See, now you're confusing me.
You're confusing me. Just say emojis.
You can only do an emoji or never text at all.
Oh, text. Yeah, text.
That's what I was saying.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's all relating to text is what I'm asking. So you're saying you can only communicate as an emoji or you can text also?
Text.
Even the dogs are like, come on, Todd.
I made it too complicated for you.
She's done confused the shit out of me. I don't even know now.
That's what I do.
Would you rather communicate only in emoji or never be able to text at all?
So that's my question is, you're saying communicate only to somebody else only through text messaging though, right?
Yes.
You can only do an emoji or you don't do an emoji, you can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you rather not text at all or only text with emojis?
Right. That's what I'm asking.
It's kind of changed my answer. I'd be like,
you wouldn't want to communicate at all? You'd have to communicate. You're a communicator. You send emojis. You send.
We're gonna have way more emojis. We gotta have way more emojis then. Yes.
Oh, there's a ton of emojis out there.
Yeah, I could probably dig through it, and then I'd be like,
just to figure out what all of them mean.
I know.
Pretty much, EB. Emojis are pretty much modern day hieroglyphics.
True, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got options or you don't. So I'm gonna have the options. The emojis are the options.
I thought it was a simple question, but apparently not.
I know. I did fuck that up. I fucked that all up. I get it. I'm sorry. I made that too complicated.
Oh man.
Simple mind, I guess.
Big Daddy said, I said that cream bitter Todd and Shanna. I knew she would like it.
Yes. And it's fucking delicious. And not only is it delicious, it's beautiful.
It is.
Appreciate it, Big Daddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Big Daddy.
What's going on, Dee Dee? Cheers all top. Why are you debating your wonderful one? You can't win.
All right.
No, I love it
I
when he
do know
disagrees
this.
with me because then he makes me learn things I didn't know.
Outside of that
Sometimes.
question, Double D, I do know that.
Gilbert says he only follows hot young Russian boss. There you go.
Yeah, but there's no more hot Russian bots because they've been banned. They're not really Russian if you're talking to them because they got a steel curtain.
Spicy young Boone lambic with cherries, son. Ooh, with the cherries with the lambic. That's nice. I do like a good lambic, nice sour style.
I do too, but they're so low in alcohol content.
But it's like to sit there and enjoy. You have more than a few, you know.
Well, then have a fucking Coca-Cola.
You're not there to get drunk. You're not there to get drunk. You're there to enjoy.
Well, then I'll fucking have a Coke or a sweet tea. Like, why would I have a beer?
You're talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm like, I enjoy it, but
there is a culture. There's a reason, like, in the UK, for instance, they go to pubs and their pubs like lower ABVs because people are there like all day. They're not trying to get plastered. They're there.
I mean, I'm not either.
Right.
Because we will go and I'll see a beer and I'm like, what's the ABV? I'm like, if it's like 8 or 10, I'm like, nope, because I'll be here for 2 hours and then I'm going to pass out. So I'm like, I need something like the highest I will go is 5%. Like usually 3%, 3.5, 4%. I'm good. No, it's the truth though, don't I?
No, she don't.
Yeah.
Well, normally only because the higher ABVs you don't normally like.
Right,
anyway, so that's not.
Yeah, no, I do not look because I want to have a good time.
This is 10%. You would drink that all day long at 10%.
But that's still like not something I could just like slam because it's heavy. It's not like this. It's not a light beer. It tastes delicious.
You could slam it though. It's a chuggable beer.
I mean, for you, but that's not a chuggable beer for me. You know, but I am. I'm like, because he'll drink some and he'll be like, I want that. And I'm like, what's the ABV on that? And he'll be like 8%. And I'm like, no, thank you. I'll taste it, but no.
Yeah, that's because you should drink that one because it may take you longer than drinking 2.
Maybe you might be right, but like
10 minutes time, so
it takes so little to get me drunk. I just want to have a good time all night long instead of like passing out after I have 2 beers.
What's up, CB?
There you go. Going all night. What's up, CB? Cheers, Rod Todd and the boss.
You know, people think I'm the boss, but I'm not. I mean, he's not the boss either. Like maybe am I the boss? I don't think I'm the boss.
CB always favors the women. He does the same thing with Erie.
Yeah, like I don't want to be the boss. I do not want to be the boss.
CB, the ladies' man. He's the ladies' man. Yeah, my beer reminded Shannon of a heart song. Yeah.
Yes, it did. That's the only beer that's ever. Big Daddy listened to the song. All I want to do is make love to you. It's such a good song.
Wait, to Big Daddy or just
the beer Big Daddy? No, the beer he sent me sent us.
I was just kidding.
Tried to hear the Brits tell their beer 3 times more alcoholic than we had. Yeah, that wouldn't be the case for sure. But it's funny. Like I remember you doing some of the beer stuff and some of the UK guys, and yeah, because they're always surprised when I have some of the beers I have. They're like 15% ABV or 16% ABV, and they're like,
"That's not a beer.
It's a beer. It's still
That's a shot of bourbon."
No, bourbon is like 40% ABV, so you're still below that. The highest beer is 67 point something. 16 point. It's a snake bite.
Yeah,
That would be questionable as a beer. That's for a brew dog.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, but you can only get it in England too.
Oh my God!
I don't think it's that high. Is it? It could.
Oh
be.
yeah, it's like 67.8.
It is okay.
8 or something like that.
But I'm like 16% or 13% and 68% are the same to me.
3 times more than Utopia. So yeah, evening EB and Erie. Drinking Breckenridge bourbon. Oh, Breckenridge, nice. They got the distillery. Oh. So they usually do the beer, so they got a distillery now. They're putting some stuff out.
You know, I don't like.
Double D, you playing golf tomorrow?
Oh, it's Friday.
No,
they might be getting rain.
But Mallory, it's like I envy I feel like people that like sip bourbon or They're classy. Like, I feel like that's classy, and I'm like, I'm not classy, so it's kind of like that is bourbon or
depends what bourbon you're drinking. Yeah.
Sip a drink and just enjoy like that's not me. I mean, like I don't mean to slam it. I just enjoy it.
There's some bourbon ones in Kentucky. You'd be like, yeah, that's not really.
I hate bourbon. I hate whiskey.
The one with the vagina in the relationship is the boss, whether the guy or girl admits to it or not. Pretty much.
Oh, but we met this guy tonight. I mean, we met him before. Yeah. Our lady, and he was talking about his wife, and I'm like, I said, go home and fuck your wife real hard. And he was like, oh my God. He's like, it's going to be so much work, and it's going to be like, I'm tired. And I'm like, I was like, Todd, I see her, but I'm like, Todd, like, just tell me if you're too tired, tell me instead of just like rejecting me, like, tell me you're too tired because if he were just rejected me after all these years of not, I'd be like, oh my God, I'd be like having all these thoughts in my head, but like, just tell me, because there is a certain point when a man gets to an age where, just tell me the truth. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a you thing, not a me thing.
Keep that in mind, Todd. Make mental note.
I told him tonight, I'm like, if
like a steel trap.
If you get too, if you just can't do it, then like, you just can't do it. But
on to
tell
the next
me,
comment, Rod, hurry, please, go on.
No, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
No, you're not. You're not trying hard enough. Don't be a quitter.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sick of saying I'm sorry.
We got Paul in the house, middle through. What is going on? That's why I'm a home brewer. I can inhale high ABV brewers three to just pick a piece of carpet out of my teeth at home, right? Nobody's hurt.
Oh, I saw this are you on Reddit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw this thing, and it was like Ask Men. It was the Ask Men, and it was like, Kylie, my daughter's over there. I don't want her I'm warning you, and you can hear it if you want to, but the question was, would you rather go down on a woman if she was shaved or not? Does it make it easier if she's shaved than not shaved? And most of the men were like, I'll do it either way, but it's easier if she is.
You're on your own, Rod. You're on your own.
As soon as I heard Kylie, I knew something was coming down the pipe.
Yeah, I don't keep nothing from my daughter. I tell her everything, but
she's like
yes.
earmuffs.
She's probably not even. Probably don't even know we're here. She's probably not even listening to us, but
she's listening to.
That's okay.
Saying,
well, but it's not about. But it's a good question. It's a good question.
It's the facts of life here, folks. The facts of life.
Yes, the facts of life.
I love that show growing up.
I did too.
But I think I loved it for different reasons than you probably did.
You like Tootie?
I like
Blair?
A few of them.
Blair? Tootie and Blair were the best.
I like Joe, though, too, when Joe came on.
Oh, well, you like Joe because you couldn't have her because she was probably batting for a differerent team. True story.
I never thought she was, but
well, we didn't think about that shit back then. Now we're
I just thought she was kind of a little bit of the ruggedness to her.
Yeah.
But when they were in the little school, before they went there, they had the twins and stuff too. So they lost some of them after they went from one to the next. But
you really wanted Miss Garrett, though, didn't you?
Who doesn't want an older lady?
Oh my God! I don't believe that though.
For what?
The older lady, because Todd's have we had this conversation before when we go out? There's all these young boys. I'm I'll talk to the younger guys because I'm
oh, well, you're in high school is kind of.
No, I'm talking about now. Well, they're not in high school. They're at a bar.
Well, they're younger to you, but yeah, I mean, they are younger, but yeah.
I'm 44. I'm talking to they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
And I'm I'm safe. I'm their mom. I can talk to them and they won't see me as hitting on them.
Nowadays they go cougar hunting.
Yeah. And then Todd's no, I'd rather you talk to guys that are our age. And I'm And then one night we were there and we were talking, me and Todd were talking to this guy our age. And he's like, the guy was like, you got to be careful of them younger boys. And Todd was like, yes, that's exactly what I've been saying. So now I'm like,
they hunt cougars. You know, So, and nowadays, like some of these teachers are dating these kids in college and stuff too. So it's kind of like, you know, you got a shot.
But isn't that a them problem and not a me problem? Like, you can want what you can like
I mean,
think
as long as you're legal,
like,
it was a problem for anybody.
Right. Yeah, like I don't care if you want to like you looking at me like that. Like, I don't fucking care. I'm not looking at you like that. I'm like looking at you like you're a little boy.
Yeah.
First world problems.
Cream pies and heart songs are like white on rice. Yeah.
They are. Yeah. For you.
I like to quote that to my wife. I'm not ready for dentures quite yet. Yeah. EB gets his in.
But I'm not ready to what?
He was talking about the wife comment that EB made about being who had the vagina was the boss. But middle school's not ready to make that comment yet because he's afraid to lose some teeth.
Oh.
It's tea time at 11 a.m. So he will be golfing. That's a late tea time, Dee. What's up?
I know that is
for
sure.
Send me a Discord invite. The one in the description doesn't work. I'll have to check into that. I never actually do the Discord, so I didn't realize that. So I'll definitely look into it to get that to you, James. Crickets?
Yes. Put them on the hook. That's a
I think you were saying crickets was kind of quiet at a point when we were doing something.
No, he's talking about crickets putting them on the hook.
He wasn't here for
mealworms and the night crawlers and
I don't think he was here for the fishing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, maybe. Oh, educational TV tonight, right, CB? Yeah. Yeah. This class will be taught by Shannon. So, purple pill.
Purple? Is that a new one? Because I always thought it was the blue pill.
The blue and the red together be purple. Blue and red makes purple. Do you remember your color wheel?
No.
Back in art class, you have color wheel in art class when you were in school?
I've never paid attention in school.
She's too busy sleeping.
I was.
She didn't remember none of that.
It's a lot easier if I like her.
Absolutely, yes.
If they're shaved, there's no carpet clippings.
True.
I mean, and that's fine. If you like the carpet clippings, then you should have them.
But of course, EB's got the beard anyway, so.
Hey, Kylie.
Is that yours or mine?
Will you unplug that for me and bring it over here?
Officially off the rails. Yeah, Dee, definitely. But you know how it is, how we roll here.
Thank you.
But there's less of that with age and experience. You get the talent and the skill set down as you get older.
No, it's that I don't give a fuck. I'm here to get some joy out of this, and I'm not worried. Like, if you enjoy it, great. But, like, you know.
You do you.
Yes, you do you. Oh, my God, I've taught you something wrong. Oh, my God, that makes me so happy you just said that. Oh, my God.
JV with the Woo Pig Suey, the second one in here. We had Blake here a little bit ago, too. So, big one for Arkansas.
Rod just said, you do you.
That's her thing.
For Fifi. CB's always willing to smoke a few for anybody. AJV. Cheers, my friend. The collector just got done watching my Razorbacks beat #1 Gonzaga. I'm high on life right now. How you doing?
JV.
I think in my brackets, I have Arizona against Duke in the final, possibly.
I had Arizona winning it all, but they're losing at the moment.
I do have them winning it all. Yeah.
Are they still in there?
Well, Duke is tied with Texas Tech right now.
Is Arizona still in the game?
Playing right now.
Cheers, all. Hope you're doing well. Just chilling, homie. Texas Tech has got tied with Duke right now. I tell you what, after the bad season West Virginia had, the Big 12 is definitely a tough conference. That's been proven.
I saw that in the refrigerator. It's nitro. It's like a coffee nitro, right? It's a coffee nitro.
20-year-old dudes will give any 44 mils a stiff 2-minute stab. Yeah, they're up for the challenge.
Right, have you had this one yet?
The White Russian Nitro. I have had that one.
Her brother left that here the other night.
Yeah, I had that when we went.
That's what they called me, bitch.
We were down near Gatlinburg or somewhere. We were somewhere at one of the bed and breakfasts. I picked up a 12-pack on the way in. It was part of a variety pack.
Pour hard.
I do know how to pour nitro.
Nice. Do you now?
I do know how to pour nitro.
Hard?
Everything should be hard.
So that's what you tell you. You pour nitro hard.
Nothing should be soft. I mean,
that's your world, Todd. That's your world.
I mean, he already knows that.
Don't remind me, Rod.
I'm not talking about your penis. I'm talking about the actions.
I'm just visiting.
I'm an all or nothing kind of girl. Mean it or don't.
There you go. Step up or step out.
Exactly.
Another patriarchy Irish cream stout.
Oh my God. I need to put that in my notes. Step out or step out. Step in or step out.
Step out or step out.
Step up or step out.
There's no
step up. See, I already fucking forgot it. That's why I need to put it in my notes. Step up or oh my God.
So Rod,
that might be my new motto in life.
Put that on the t-shirt too.
So we talk about if I get a tattoo, I got like 3 sayings. One more. First world problems. And what's the other one? Oh, I forgot.
I thought that was the only 2.
No, I was like those, and then you said another one, and I was like, yes. First world problems. One more.
I said one more.
And then there was another one. Well, we'll replace that one with step up or step out. Can we combine that all into one tattoo?
There you go.
Yeah, I heard you had a great one, JV, with the battle of the bands there. I actually went with EB on the Skinner over Fleetwood Mac. Erie was like, no. Like, I would pick Skinner over Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac, yes.
Every Wednesday night, JV's doing like a battle of the band type thing, apparently. So check out JV Hangout. They did 70s last night.
Do you all know the song by the Scorpions? That's oh my God, it's like Wind of Change.
I don't remember that one.
You watch the video and it's about all about the war and when the Berlin Wall fell. It's such a touching video.
Yeah, I may have seen that one.
The Wind of Change. Yeah. Yes.
I'm sure you would remember it when you saw
it. It goes. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right.
I mean, it doesn't come to mind like Tawny Katane on top of a car, like Whitesnake video, but
yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? You didn't age gracefully.
That was everybody's video then.
Yeah.
It doesn't come like, Hot for Teacher. Like, those are kind of got reserved space in the mind.
It's in stone. burnt in the brain.
Walk like an Egyptian. Yeah, it's kind of great.
No. Watch the Wind of Change video by the Scorpions.
No.
Oh my God.
Various 2 live crew videos I won't name.
Luther. Oh, you're so horny. Been up you long time.
You shoot so high.
No.
I go to the bathroom. Tell them about you shoot so high.
I'll let you tell that story.
I forget. I just thought about it. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I just want to get back off of it.
That was pretty good.
So 2 Live Crew made you think of that. Well, it makes sense though. It actually does make sense. I'll let her tell the story though.
Dee Dee said, "Oh yeah, the nitro is nice."
These blonde stouts.
Imperial Nitro. Yeah, the Galaxy Cowboy I really love from them as well. That was my favorite one out of the pack. What'd you say?
These blonde stouts are always kind of like a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Because you look at them, you're like, do you taste it? And it's completely different than what you're thinking you're going to drink.
Yeah. Left Hand Brewing makes some great brews, and yes, I've had that one. Todd drinking pretty darn good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that one came in the pack with that.
It does.
The Galactic Cowboy, the base stout, and then something else. There were 3 of each.
Well, her brother brought these over last weekend, and he left one here. So,
Oh, the other one was like a flamingo. So I can't remember which one style it was, but it was another nitro one. But all 4 were nitros.
Oh, okay.
I think Eric is Canadian. They're not all like that. Yeah, he is Canadian. So are you, though. We thought they were all like Swami, actually.
Yeah, right. Hauser.
It's so funny. So earlier today, I was like flipping through some YouTube stuff, and somehow I got on the scenes from Super Troopers. And it was a scene when he was ordering the burger at the restaurant from the first one. And he's like, a burger, don't spit in it. And the guy's like, 1 burger, it's for a cop, don't spit in it. He's like, what's that supposed to mean?
You're
Is he
right.
gonna spit in it now? And he's like, in the liter of cola. And he's like, I don't know what that flavor is. It's a liter of cola. I don't know what a liter. That's what they serve it in Canada as a liter.
I don't know what that is. What am I
Watch out,
drinking?
Jenny.
I don't know.
That's a funny movie. That movie's hilarious.
I gotta watch that. I have to watch that again.
Yeah.
What do you have to watch?
Super Troopers.
Super
Oh.
Troopers. Oh, Officer Farber. Oh man, I can watch that movie over and over again. Rajay is winning. He hasn't gone curtains yet, but he's got blinds now. Wonder
I know, Jamie. I do. I need to step up.
No, I'm happy with our curtains.
Yeah, but we need some blinds.
No,
behind us,
because
so.
then it would block our view from the farm behind. No, I don't want to block our
You
view.
can open them up.
No.
Okay, sorry, JB.
No
Sorry,
blinds.
JB, that's out.
No blinds. We live our backyard.
Tell JV.
Our backyard is tiny, but it backs up to like a field and a farm, and it's like you look out of our windows. I'm like, I don't want any blinds because we have like a walkout basement, so it's kind of like we're not on ground. These windows aren't on ground level, so it's just like nobody can look in them unless they get on a ladder or they're standing in the fucking field farming. And I'm like, I just love it. I wake up and I see that all that land behind us, and I'm like,
way too far.
I know.
It's just a joke.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you get blinds. I don't want no blinds.
Would you freak
And
out
I'm
if you saw
sorry
a bunch-
that we don't have blinds makes you unhappy, but we're doing okay with no blinds.
Would you freak out if you saw a bunch of children out there?
No, I would go and ask them, do you need help? Why are you standing in this field?
I think Todd got it.
If they were blonde-headed,
The children of the corn. I know what you're talking about.
If there were a bunch of blonde-headed kids out there, I'd be like,
Yes,
"Oh,
no.
shit, his house is going up for sale.
No. Maybe I'm too naive, but I'd be like, children,
Like, come here. Let me
come on. Like, why are you doing?
It turns into another movie all together.
And then they would possess me, but I was trying to help them, and then maybe I should be possessed. No.
Todd, like everybody get in the car and Shannon be out trying to give them cookies.
yeah. Oh, here, come here, kids. Come on. Why do they look alike?
I'd be like, did the Nazis breed you? Are you a Nazi chain? Like, because y'all got blonde hair and blue eyes? And I'm like,
I'm going to the next house.
are you an experiment of the government? I would be like, you're more than an experiment of the government. I'm like, come, I can show you what love is.
Then they'd shoot themselves and be done. Like, oh, we're done.
Maybe, but I would just be trying to help.
I'm like, who had Nazi on their bingo card? Let me know. I'll send you a T-shirt. Did not expect.
But if
Nazi
you
to come
saw, but literally, Rod, if you saw a bunch of like clueless robots, children robots that were blonde hair and blue eyes, would you not think of the Nazis? It's like that's what the Nazis were doing, and they wanted to have like this supreme race with all the beautiful people. And I would be like, it's not
Like, if I went to a Hanson concert, I would think of the Nazis. They were
But I feel like they would be having fun, and the Nazi children would be standing there. Tell me what to do. I'm beautiful, and now tell me what I need to do. You know. Maybe I think too much, but that's where my head goes.
Todd's house is like a playground, I'm sure. It's just a wonderful place to be.
It's like Disneyland.
We do get in the car. We'll get in the car and I'll be like, yak, yak, yak. And I'm like, oh my God.
That'll be the next Super Bowl quarterback winning next year. Be like, where are you going? We're going to Todd and Shannon's.
Yeah. So we can shut that bitch the fuck up.
Fireworks shoots off. Where's that at?
Oh.
It's okay.
We're going to Indiana.
Indiana, yeah. Yeah. But Todd's so sweet because we'll get in the car and I'm like, yak, yak, yak. And I'm like, am I talking too much? Like, you can tell me to be quiet because I know I talk too much. I'm like, you can tell me to be quiet. And he's like, no, if you weren't talking, nobody would be talking. We'd just be sitting. I'm like, but that's okay to be in silence if you want to be in silence. But he never tells me to shut up.
Didi said he's never drinking bourbon again while watching you guys. He's choking on it. Thanks, wonderful. He's laughing too much. Take off to the Great White North. It's a beauty way to go. I'd love to get back to Canada at some point here. I was waiting for any older women to hit on me in high school. She would have been slayed, Big Daddy said.
You little boys think you could slay an older woman, but you want to be with an older woman because they would slay you and teach you how to do it right.
I don't know, because like all these teachers are going after these kids in school, like they must
because they want to be. They want to be empowered and they want to be the one because women aren't. Women are always looked at the weak ones, and then they see like a young, like I can be like.
Well, it is funny how the women they're getting the passes, but as soon as the guys do it, it's like under the jail. Not that either should be doing it. It's just
right, and that's the thing. Yeah. That is the thing.
Right.
That is. I'm like,
ain't no guy that done it been told you're too pretty to go to jail, so we'll give you probation.
Right. Yes.
They're like, sorry, son.
I mean, I have like different feelings. I'm like, I feel like I'm a very liberal person, but I don't think men and women are equal. They're different. Like we're different. Men have strengths and women have strengths. Doesn't mean one's better and one's not. Like we're equal, but we're equal and different. It's a yin and a yang. We balance each other out. And it's like if a woman is like looking at a man and is like she should have the same. It's just too complicated. And I'm not here to solve the world's problems. So let's move on.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No.
The last nitro report ended up all over the computer table. No nitro in the can. Get a little control.
You just didn't pour hard enough.
You also stand closer to the toilet. Oh, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, I may do that. I can't do it next week because next week I got like 3 different shows. I got this show and then I got 2 shows. I got a show Tuesday and Wednesday, which is great. Next week's gonna be a busy, fun week for sure. Hold on, Eric. Better crushing Obi's middle fruit. See. Hit that thumbs up. Oh, thank you, JV. Appreciate it. Yeah, Flamingo Dreams was the other one I had with the Nitro pack. Yeah. JV's laughing. Shannon actually knows when to change. Be careful, Todd. I'm digging her more and more.
I love. And that's when I get into arguments with people. I'm like, I want to know if they think, like, I don't want to be around everybody the same as me. I want to hear people's opinion that are different than me. And then they see me and they think I want to argue with them. And I don't. I'm like, tell me how you think. Like, maybe you will change my mind and maybe you won't. But I'm like, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm trying, like, you're different than me. So teach me something I don't know. And they get all pissed off at me if I don't agree with them because I'm like, right. It's not right and wrong. It's just different. You know,
that's how discussions are nowadays.
Yeah.
Either you're with me or against me, for a lot of people.
No, I'm like, we're just different.
Yeah.
Different. We don't have to be right and wrong. It's just different.
Weekend trip to Bath, Bed and Beyond in order. Is that where you're going, or are you trying to reference old school?
Bed Bath and Beyond is closed out.
You're saying
those old schools like
Home Depot, Bed Bath and Beyond.
Weekend.
If we have time.
Hashtag don't buy possessed by curtains. Don't be possessed by curtains.
JV's possessed already.
OV is in Carlick. Oviana. Oh. I've had a Carling beer in a while. That's old school right there. After every August 1st, Todd looks out the window and said, "Damn, that's a lot of corn without cheese."
But I'm happy.
Damn right. To further age myself and to totally confuse the Yanks, Carling O'Keefe. That's before me with the Carling for the O'Keefe brand.
I don't even. Oh,
Carling's a brewery. It's too complicated. I'm not here to solve the world's problems. Shannon with the quote of the day.
yes, like it's too complicated to talk about a group with a group of people. But like if that was with one other person, then we could talk about it.
Yeah, I mean that's much more polite than bitch move on. So.
Oh yeah, I'm like, but I feel like I can come off as a bitch when I ask questions and they think I'm trying to like butt horns with them. But I'm like, I just want to know your opinion. I want you to enlighten me if you think differently than me. You know,
yeah. Well,
I'm not trying to argue with you.
I was saying just for somebody asks you something, like never mind.
Nobody asks me anything.
Sure they do. Ask
no,
Shannon.
I ask them. I ask the questions.
That could be your channel, Ask Shannon, and you could respond to questions on your own YouTube channel.
Oh no, but I don't want.
There you go.
But I don't want to give my answers. I want to hear everybody else's answers because I already know my answers.
Hashtag Shannon rocks. She does.
You rock too, JV.
I was in great shape. Stamina for days would have been slayed. He's going to capitalize slayed. Big Daddy knows what he would have done if he had the opportunity.
Yeah.
We've been trying to enlighten you on curtains, saying you'd never listen.
Listen, my curtains are the least of my worries. I like my curtains. Cool. You all think about our curtains way more than we think about our curtains. True story, right?
The head chair of Carling O'Keefe owned a horse stable in my hometown in Northern Dancer. Nice. Was it a private dancer?
Private.
I hope you paid her well. I hope you paid her well.
Todd did what I thought everybody would do. You get that song in your head. When you say
Earworm.
Who sings private dancer? I know Elton John or George. Who sings private dancer?
Elton John. How do you not know?
Elton John?
Yeah.
I said Elton John. I said Elton John, George Michaels. It was in my head.
I think you said
there's no or.
It don't matter. I'm glad you taught me who sang that song. I mean,
it matters. You can't put Elton John and say it's like Boy George or George Michael. It's Elton John.
Now I know.
You say 6
inches. Thank you for telling me.
It's the Rocket Man. Come on, Rocket Man.
I feel like you're more upset about it than me. I'm glad you taught me. But you're more upset that I didn't know. But now you taught me, and now I know, but you're still upset.
George Michael is face.
Gotta have faith.
Elton John, I'm a Rocket Man.
Oh. I love them all.
Actually, it was Tiny Dancer, though, but I said Private Dancer. Private Dancer, I think, might have been Tina Turner.
Shut up, Shannon. I'm glad you realized it, and he admitted he was wrong. It was Tina Turner.
Well, he didn't say he was wrong. He just wasn't.
No,
he was wrong or not yet.
But
you are right. It was Tina Turner.
In my mind, I was thinking Tiny Dancer because then Todd sung it when I said it. So I was thinking Tiny
He
Dancer.
sounded more like Elton John than Tina Turner.
But since the horse was in private, I was thinking Private Dancer.
Yeah, I'm not as graspy as Tina Turner.
But we got to the correct place. That's all that matters.
Big wheels keep on turning.
We got there. We got where we need to be.
Huge brewing, but long gone. Yeah. Big wheel keep on turning.
Oh, I love it. But what about the Pointer Sisters?
What about them?
I fucking love the Pointer Sisters.
Did they have many hits though? I don't think they had. I mean, they had some hits, but I don't know.
They had at least 4, but I love the one-hit wonders.
Can you name one?
Yes, I can. I know.
I'm back, JT.
What? What?
JT, send your request again. So
I would expect you to get a sandwich or something after. But I'm glad you came back to the show.
No,
you might have done both. You might have done both.
Oh, but
you get hungry after the fact sometimes.
Oh, that makes me sad though. Like, you making love to your wife should be, if you need a sandwich after, then you shouldn't be making love to your wife. Like,
you never had a sandwich or anything after?
Might makes you hungry. So then
If
you
you
get
do-
some.
if you
Then
put
he's
up enough
joining
effort-
us for
that
some
sounds
life
like fucking heaven.
If you burn enough calories, you get
We
a little
had
appetite
sex
after
and then Todd brought me a sandwich. I'd be like, oh my God, let's do this again in 5 minutes.
You guys are going through some bread.
No, but I will say this. Like me and Todd, we'd have sex and we would be like, afterwards, be like, thanks, man. And then
High five.
we did that for like 10 years. And then I was like, Todd, like maybe.
No, right. It wasn't no high five. It was.
Yeah, we fist
bumps.
bumped. That's what we did when we got married too.
Thanks, man. She's like, we can't do this no more.
Yeah, I'm
I was
like, I'm like, maybe we should make this a little bit more like non-bro like maybe we should just be like,
I'm like, oh, now you're making it all serious and stuff.
yeah, like thanks, man. We would be like, thanks, man. And he'd be like, thanks, man. And we'd fist bump after having sex.
Smack on the buttocks. Good game.
No, we wouldn't even go that far. Like, I would be like, instead of fist bumping, smack me on the ass and be like, thanks, bitch. But like, thanks, man. I'm like, we need to put a little bit more like romance, not romance, but like a little bit more like, you know.
See what you started, James.
All right,
see what you started.
everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
have a good night.
But don't you feel like when we do have sex, I still have that urge to be like,
Nobody
thanks,
cares.
man.
Just move on to the
But
next.
don't
question.
you?
Right, I just have another question to answer.
No, but don't you feel that way when we have sex? Every time we have sex, I want to be like, thanks, man.
Well, I can't hear you. What are you saying?
Speaking of Elton John, my favorite song of his was "Curtains in the Wind."
Yeah. Ooh.
Tiny Dancer edition. I can't find you now. What's your username for Todd
On what like
on Facebook?
On Facebook, it's just
Todd Wren, probably.
yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's just my name.
I like the demo of Man Man.
TODDRENN.
But that's a common name for all the U.S. And he's probably like, because if you
Todd
type in
Wren.
somebody's,
Chicago.
yeah, but if you type somebody's name in, it just puts the name in around.
That's why I just spelled it. TODDRENN.
Sound like
Put
you
in
just swear.
Shannon Plamp. I bet I will be the only one in the U.S.
The government will come after you if you do that.
Put Shannon Plamp
Like, oh, I
Wren.
heard you in cahoots. I know. Don't.
Yeah.
James, don't do that.
Have you ever heard somebody that has the last name Plamp? P-L-A-M-P.
Yeah, you.
That was my last name because when we got married, I'm like, why should I have to change I've been Shannon Plamp for 20 something years. And then I was
You got
like,
a reputation.
no, but I'm like, that's who why should I have to change? Why should I have to be somebody else? But then I'm like, Wren, Plamp. I'm like, all right, maybe I should go for Wren, you know, because nobody even knows how to say Plamp. They always say Plump. And I'm always like, are you calling me fat? You know, like all through when I went to nursing school and they were like, I told them, I'm like, they're going to call me Plamp or Plump. They're going to say Shannon Plump. And then they would say Plump and all my friends would be like, it's Plamp. Yeah. But Plamp is like a very unique name.
It is. It is.
Plamp.
You're the first I know.
Yeah.
Them old man across the water. Yeah, great one. Suddenly we're playing the newlywed game. Well, this is like the later way game.
Oh, no. There's no newlywed about this.
Northern Dancer was the stud of studs, almost put off the Triple Crown, and along with the Queen's plate and horse race in the same year. Speaking of the Queen, I know she had COVID. Anybody heard about the Queen or anything?
The Queen's dead. Nobody wants to talk about it.
I didn't realize that, but apparently,
I think she's dead.
Shannon got the inside scoop.
Insiders want to know.
Nobody wants to talk about it because Charles is going to be the king. And then fucking William, but everybody just wants Kate. They don't give two shits about William because he's just like, I mean, I don't know.
William and Kate did a bad photo op this week. So
with the through the
reaching
fence?
through the fence, yeah.
But you know what happened was they were at a soccer game and the paparazzi, they were like at a soccer game with everybody, and then they were leaving, and then all the other people were on the other side of the fence, and then instead of just walking past them, they were like, hey, but a paparazzi took the picture, and it made them look like,
yeah, it made it look bad.
Yeah,
I don't think it was
bad.
like how they were saying it. It made it look
and
bad.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they were trying to be bad. They were just like trying to not ignore their fans that were on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
But, you know,
It is
not
what it
my
is.
problem.
Yeah. Let's see here. Who eats a sandwich after sex? Do my best Dolomite head shake and go to sleep. Good old Dolomite. Yeah.
But
If you haven't seen the Eddie Murphy Dolomite movie on Netflix, you should, because he was hilarious in it.
But I bet Dr. Double D, if somebody brought you a sandwich after you had a sex, you would probably fucking eat it, right?
I mean, if it's good, you have an appetite afterwards.
You're not going to get up and go make a sandwich, but if somebody brought you a fucking sandwich because you're already in bliss and you're like, oh my God, a sandwich, is like, yes, I'll have a sandwich.
I've gotten up and made a sandwich before.
I got what?
Got up and made a sandwich afterwards.
Yeah.
Because you're like all energy. It's like, you know, if you put the energy in.
No, I'm like fucking like a blob after sex. I'm not getting up and doing anything. Like, no, I'm just like useless after sex. Maybe it's different for men or women.
It all depends on, you know.
Sandwich could be good, maybe.
Sometimes
if somebody else is making it for you.
Sometimes you roll over, go to sleep. Sometimes you're like, well, I'm going to get up and do this, do that. Some people smoke a cigarette. I mean, it's all about what you do.
Oh, yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying me. Like, I'm spinning it all, and I'm just like, ugh. I'm just going to melt here and fucking be a blob. Because all my energy is spent.
Let's see. The curtains, grabbing another boom. Nice. I found you, but your setting won't let me send you requests, James said.
No, he's messaging you right now.
No, yeah, we're chatting now. We got
the oldie way game. Yeah, that'd be an interesting game show. The oldie way game. I could have Todd and Shannon, and I could have EB and Erie.
Yes, that's a genius idea.
Where you go?
That is a genius idea.
Let's see which couple knows their partner even better than the other.
Ooh, I mean,
that could be throwing dukes after.
No, but I would love to learn.
I wouldn't think so. I don't know.
No, I'm sure we could still learn things. I would love to be wrong and you teach me things about you. I would love that.
Yeah, James, he was really good with Eddie Murphy playing Dolomite. He should have got an Oscar. He did really well. The old Dolomite movies.
Yeah.
The Queen Bee stuff for taxidermy.
Yeah, because nobody wants Prince Charles.
So we're seeing old footage of her when we see her on screen.
Oh,
right. Damn news.
Yeah, damn media. He got sorted. Pastrami on rye. George Costanza. Yeah, George Costanza. He talked about hitting us.
Fucking hate him.
It was a trifecta. Having sex while eating a sandwich while watching the ball game. He pulled it off undercover. He had the radio with the piece in his ear, eating a sandwich under the covers, and I guess he.
But you know what he did before that? In Pretty Woman, he tried to rape Julia Roberts.
Well,
remember in Pretty Woman?
That wasn't George Costanza. That was just a character in the movie.
Well, whatever. I remember he did that.
Like she doesn't like.
I remember he did that, and then I saw him, and he was a fucking douchebag in Seinfeld. Like, he's a fucking piece of shit. Like, fuck George Costanza. Fuck him.
Nothing to do with it.
Well, that's how I feel.
I know. That's what I said.
He's just playing a role.
You carry it over. It's acting. It's called acting.
I mean, but his acting was so good that it made me feel a certain way about him.
He should like you even more. So
no, I fucking hate George Costanza. Fucking hate him.
Jason Alexander just because.
The man made a bed under his desk. You got points in my book for that. Yeah.
I'm sure he's just fine with me hating him. Like,
because
me hating him is not going to
just
affect
because.
his life at all. So, like, I can still fucking hate him. Like, if me hating him made me feel bad, then maybe I'd think about me hating
I
him.
feel like it made you feel really bad.
JV says,
No,
wow,
it made
awesome
him
game
feel
show.
bad.
Let me know when you do that. I may need to team up with you. I need a co-host if we do that, JV. Maybe we can get both couples on and we'll do something there.
Oh my God. I would fucking love to do that.
Wait. Who would you be more like? Bob Barker, Pat Sajak,
Or the old guy that was on
Trebek.
the Family Feud that like
Oh, the one that
sexually
kissed-
assaulted all the
one that
female
kissed
guests.
Everybody.
Oh, Richard Dawson back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
Dawson, yeah,
Oh, hey.
I'd be like,
I'd be like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Why has nobody ever made any kind of like documentary or anything about that dude? For real, like he kissed every single girl, every woman that ever came on
Because
the
that's
show
the only
ever.
footage of his whole life because it was in the
But-
50s or
But he'd
60s.
be like, oh, and then
that
you
was
go
in
in
the
a little
70s.
deeper
That was in
or
the
whatever.
70s
Like,
when-
Yeah,
that was in the
but,
70s
like-
when he was doing it, but that was accepted back then.
yeah, right.
Right, yeah, because women would just shut the fuck up and go with it. And we didn't know any better.
I don't know. I'm just saying it was accepted back then. That's all I know, but could have been.
Well, I
the
think
case.
it was 80s, 70s, 80s.
But I
He
will
went to,
say
like,
this.
maybe early 80s. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he might
Yeah.
have been. Yeah.
I had a whole new perspective of this because, like, when we worked at UPS, I was like,
That's what happened. Double D. Double D.
knock at the bedroom. Do you need?
Do you need a sandwich now? Yes, please.
So, are you trying to
I'm
join in on
hungry.
the fun, or you just gonna? I mean, that's a good way to join in. Like, I got a sandwich.
Oh my
Like-
God.
It's your favorite.
Yeah. What kind of sandwich, Dr. Double D? What kind of sandwich?
Got a foot long,
What kind of sandwich?
foot long sub.
They'd be like, oh, wait a minute. What are you trying to say?
Bermuda and Jamaica have the Boston monarchy, but Canada would do the same. Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw
They're
that.
looking at doing that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You're next, Shannon. So he's sending you an invite too, James.
Oh, okay.
Blue, cheers on me. Yeah, George was hilarious. I love George Costanza.
I fucking hate that fucker.
Great to see you too, my friend. We were talking about you the
What's
other
up,
night
Blue?
when I had Mallory on. We were talking about great
Oh,
times
I
she had
love
with
fucking
you.
Mallory. Love her.
We know. Blue actually got a chance to meet her when they went down to Georgia, so they all drank together. She loved hanging out with you down there in
Georgia.
stuff. Yeah, that's where Blue's in Georgia.
So Mallory went to Georgia
Yeah,
because
just
she's
like-
from Chicago, right?
Yeah, they were down to Georgia.
It's in this country.
And
It's
we
all
met
the
with
same country. You can drive from one to the other.
No passport.
Right.
They hung out with Blue and they hung out with Brian the Beer Snob, and they went to some breweries. You can
That's
see them all in the
amazing.
video. Yeah. Apparently, Blue's like a giant. No, Blue's like 6'4", 6'5". She was saying how tall Blue was. Like you didn't think about that in the video, but Blue's
I feel
got
like
some height on her.
Mallory's tall too, though. She seems like she'd be a tall gal.
I don't know how tall Mallory is. Blue would know.
I mean, don't you feel like Mallory would be tall? Like,
I don't know. Yeah,
I feel like
never
she'd
really
be
thought
like
about
at
it,
least
actually.
5'8".
Yeah, maybe. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Costanza's playing the Larry David role. Remember what your mom said, Shannon? Yeah, I can see him doing like some of the Larry David type stuff.
I do like Larry David.
So I
He's
think. Oh wait a minute. Wasn't Larry David's?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that. It's just my personality.
It happens.
It is.
Nobody wants to see me anyway. Double
No,
D.
they
Nobody
do.
wants to
They
see me.
do,
I'll just-
Todd. They do. They do.
I'll just disappear.
I was in the pool. Can't hate the right. He was in the pool. You know, she caught him, shorts down, a little bit of shrinkage. Kind of
Right.
ruined that weekend for him. But yeah, I was in the pool. Tara was in the pool. Yeah. Cooking a cream pie. That's out now. It's a different variant. Ooh. The coconut banana cream pie was tasty as hell.
I like to try that. Was it? The,
That's like a coconut banana cream, or I don't know.
No, I like to try the pineapple
Sandwich, is that what they're
cream,
calling
coconut
that?
cream
What?
pie.
The sandwich is after.
Right. I'm like,
Yeah, JV. Come on,
But-
JV.
yeah, it's after.
If you got another person there, it could be a sandwich.
Oh my God, a sandwich
True,
after sex.
true.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't think I would have enough energy.
I
I'd be
feel like
like,
it should be like dessert, maybe afterwards instead of a sandwich.
whatever
know, you
makes you
could-
happy.
Kind of
Maybe some chicken wings. I don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
or some fried mushrooms. Some fried mushrooms with some ranch.
Or fried mushrooms. Yeah, sure.
Fried mushrooms with
Or
ranch.
both.
Yes.
Oh, what about both? Mushrooms and chicken wings. Now you're talking, right?
Now you're talking.
Now you're talking.
Oh my God. Now I'm going to be so disappointed with sex because afterwards I'm not going to have a sandwich or chicken wings or fried. Like,
Damn it! Now I have to come like
I'm going to lay there and I'll be like, where's all the other
Be-
stuff?
equipped with like a full bodysuit, whatever, with all kinds of. Be like, open the jacket. What do you want? Fried mushrooms, sandwich.
Oh, but you boys would probably get laid a lot more if we knew we were going to get all that afterwards.
Afterwards, yeah, right.
Be grabbing for her like, nope. Gotta wait.
Yes, got to work for it,
Not done
bitch.
yet.
Work for it,
Not done.
bitch. Work for it. Y'all, you men have been doing it
Gotta
wrong.
wait, gotta wait.
You all been
Gotta
fucking
wait.
it up all
Gotta wait
these
at least
years.
2 minutes.
Yes.
Just said there were a lot of noise coming out of my neighbor's bedroom with the no blinds windows.
No, but Todd does do, like, I open all the windows and I'm like, I mean, we got a field fucking behind us in our, I always open the windows in our bathroom and he gets in the shower and he's got to close the, I'm like, no,
Yes, because our neighbor be like,
but there's no
"Oh,
windows. It's a fucking brick wall. Nobody's looking at us.
Might be the time he's out in the backyard and be like, oh, poor buddy.
It could be
I'm like-
it might be a something about Mary moment. You know?
I'm like, well, the water's really cold. She ran all the hot water out of it.
No, so we have that, like, I don't, like, our windows are right above the bathtub. And so I'll take a bath at night and then I'll get up and I'll, like, wash. And I'm like, I bet they might be able to see my silhouette while I'm doing that. I'm like, you know what? Fuck y'all. I'm just going to wash my body. And if you're standing there watching me, then fucking like it or not, go about your business.
That's your
Like,
problem.
this is
Right.
my house and my tub and my window. And if you want to stand there and watch me, then fucking deal with it. Don't give a shit.
And here come all the high school boys.
Yeah.
You're right. All of a sudden, it's children of the corn again.
And I'd be like, y'all need a meal? You need a hug?
They're like, I'm sure this is not the way the movie ended.
That's a them problem. That's a them
Like-
problem, not a me
like-
problem.
Give us a couple minutes before that hug.
Yeah. Just stand back just for a second.
I'm just glad I could provide them with some joy and excitement in their life. You know? Like,
from wife to burlesque performer.
it's a human body. It's a human body. Like, if you make it sexual, then make it sexual. But I'm not making it. That's a you problem. Not. I'm just trying to take a fucking bath. Like, I'm just trying to wash my bits.
Who was it? Ben Snyder?
Yes, Ben Snyder and a
You remember
tallywhacker. And a
that one, right?
tallywhacker. Ben Snyder and a tallywhacker.
Oh, Italian all right, and it's time for round 2, right? Oh, Shannon almost knocked the webcam over on that. How fun
Yes.
Sunday? But then it gets a little crazy. If you're bringing
No,
fudge into the
I'd
room,
rather have a
Yeah,
sandwich.
that
That's
could
a
get
whole
little
nother
messy.
level right there, yeah.
Trying to make us all feel bad because she has 200-acre field in her backyard. Yeah.
You're right, but it's not mine. It's somebody else's. It's not mine. It's not mine. It's not mine.
We can just enjoy it.
And tomorrow somebody could build a neighborhood back there. But I'm thankful for it today, and I'm not worried about them. Like, if they build a neighborhood, but today I'm happy about it.
Well, should I do another question on here?
Yes, I love questions.
Oh, do you?
Give me a number. Give me a number.
You give him a number this time.
105.
So I gotta scroll.
Oh, okay, well, let me
No,
read.
you're good. Nope. You said 105. So
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
would you
I changed my mind.
would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Oh, talk like Yoda all day, every day.
No.
Everybody loves Yoda.
Darth Vader, like,
No, but you would say A, and then they'd stop paying attention to you.
But
no, he didn't.
You'd be like,
he didn't
what?
He just breathed
And then they'd be
him.
like, dude, this
You
is too much. I'm
You can
gone.
talk all you want. You just gotta do it like.
but here's the thing: if you breathe like Darth Vader, you probably get the cool James Earl Jones voice still too.
That's true.
If somebody's willing,
If you're like Yoda,
if somebody
you'd be like,
has that attention span.
if you're like Yoda, you'd be like, you need. Let's see. A drink, you need you, don't you? Or yeah.
Oh my God, I would
like
love for
something
somebody to
reverse,
talk
like
to
it
me
did
like
when I was-
Yoda. I would be like, I will answer any question you. Oh my God,
I
you
would
make me
be- I
feel
think
so
I'd breathe
good
like
about
that.
your questions.
I think I'd breathe like Darth Vader because
Oh.
I'd sound like a badass at that point.
No.
They'd be like, just put your hand up, and all of a sudden they start choking, and that's,
I'd be like, I'm gonna have to give you CPR after the second word, and like, I'm not here to do that. Like, give me Baby Yoda.
If they build a neighborhood in the field, would you finally? Michael?
No.
Oh, if they match the.
They need to buy curtains. They need to buy curtains.
Curtains have to match the blinds.
No, they don't.
Well, they don't, I guess, but.
No, it'd be more exciting if they don't. It would be a surprise.
All right,
Surprise.
Give me another number.
56.
I think I scroll the other way.
Sandwich after sex, you have? Yeah, talking like Yoda.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes. Oh my God.
There you go.
Oh,
That's
I
a
don't
good one,
know.
Double D.
I don't know.
56. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see here. Would you rather lose all of your friends but keep your BFF, or lose your BFF but keep the rest of your buds?
Oh, BFF every day, all day.
You would lose the BFF?
No, I want my BFF. Fuck all the, quality over quantity.
She would totally do that.
So you
one
give
for
up everybody
sure.
and keep the BFF.
Yes, yeah.
So you'd rather talk to
Heather or Emily.
either or.
No, you gotta
Well,
keep
one or the other.
Just be
You can only
one.
keep
Right.
one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to pick which one. They're
Yeah.
my two best friends.
No, you got to pick.
I know I have to pick one or the other, but like it's one of them or all my other. Because I'm not like a.
But you're gonna lose one of them.
Well, I know.
And you won't be able to talk to Rod no more or nobody else out there.
I am a quality over quantity.
No, I am too. But
We
Yeah,
never said we were friends.
that's
So-
a.
Oh, we are. But like,
True.
That'd be the
and I would
technicality.
expect Rod, if he's got a really good friend, I would totally expect him to like. No, like it takes so much to hurt my feelings, but
That'd be tough.
well, it would be like
No, I know, but
we're not down to you picking Mike or Derek, but those are the two you'd have to pick for.
No,
but,
it'd be just like you. But I'm saying,
Right.
I feel like I talked to.
but you would pick one of them before
It's like
you would
Star-
like.
It's like Star Trek. Just the good of the one outweighs the many.
Yeah, no, I meet a lot of people and I like a lot of
Way
people.
more than even once a week. More
Right,
than
yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah, but
But it does go way deep. That's a tough.
yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't really feel like I have a lot of friends.
I would have to say best friend on that one.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people that I have
All right,
a connection
Paul.
with.
Sorry, Rod. I love you, but
Yeah.
Well, Paul, thanks for hanging in as well. Like this for love to see Shannon's left. I don't hurt him, mind you. Before I leave.
Oh, he likes it when I hurt him. He loves it when I hurt him. He's trying to fuck your life up.
May have another.
God, if you keep this, no sandwich you get. Agree with her.
No, I get the sandwich.
Somebody's got to make the sandwich.
He's gonna make the sandwich. Or there's gonna be no sandwiches.
So you would go with the BF. You would go with the BFF and give up everybody else.
Oh yeah. Like I am a bad friend. Like I am
I
a
struggle with that one. I would say you would not struggle with that one, but I would struggle with that
yeah.
one for sure.
Like I'm not a good friend. I mean I am because I'm devoted to you, but I'm like I can go a long time because my job makes me like exhaust all my energy. And like my friends, I'm like, I can go like weeks without like talking to you, but my connection with you, I love you and I'm connected. Like, I'm not a good friend because my friends sometimes need me to be more like spend time with them. And I'm like, I already know I love you and I know you love me.
What
So
would you do, Rod?
I'd probably give up the BFF. But I don't really have a BFF as much. I mean,
well, there you go.
I grew up as kind of like, I grew up as an individual as far as only child. I'm kind of used to being on my own type stuff. And I mean, I just moved to Baltimore. I know nobody really in Baltimore outside of a few people from YouTube. So it's kind of like I can give up things a lot easier and I can adjust a lot easier. I mean, I'm usually the person that people come to me to put in the vault. I never go to anybody to put anything in the vault. So I don't really have that type of level.
Oh my God.
So that's why I do struggle with that question because I mean, I love both my best friends. Like, I would do anything for those guys, and they would probably do anything for me. But I also love all my friends that I've made connections with, like you and, everybody else in the comments or whatever that I've, friends that I know.
You're more,
not so much in the comment. I mean, I like those. I love those people too, but I've met you and we've hung out and whatever. Mm-hmm. So, like, I consider you a good friend.
Todd's like, I give, because
but I would have a hard time. I would have a hard time with that.
He gives.
I would struggle with that one.
If you give a lot to people that are in your life, and it's just like if somebody does something that he's like, I wouldn't do that to them, even though they're not like super best friends. It's like he gets hurt, or you do get your feelings get hurt, whether.
No, they do.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not that invested. I'm like, I'm nice to everybody, but like for me to put all my energy in you, like that takes a lot. But he's not like that. He just like gives to everybody. And it's kind of like when he gives, he means it a lot. And then when they don't do it, it hurts his feelings.
You just and I don't to the side again.
I know. I'm such a shit show. Fuck everything up. I know. I'm so dramatic. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. All right, Paul. Have a good night, my friend.
See you, Paul.
Cheers, buddy.
That's a good question, though. Because that's. I would struggle with that one for sure.
Yeah.
Give me another number.
Let's see. 39.
Okay, 39.
Huh. Would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over again for a full year?
Groundhog's Day.
Or take 3 years off the end of your life?
Oh, take 3 years off the end of my life for sure, every day. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What's the other part of it again?
Forced to live the same day over and over again for a full year.
No. Or take 3 years.
Can you choose what day that is, though?
No, you don't get to choose.
There's some good days I've had that I would be like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah, but you don't get to choose the day.
No, that's why I was asking. But it
didn't say that. It said forced to live the same day over and over again for a full year or take 3 years off the end of your life. It doesn't say you can't choose the day.
If you could pick the day, then I would totally.
No, but I feel like if you had the same day for how many years?
Just for a year.
Just if you had the same day for a year, it wouldn't be so special. If you had it every day for a year, it wouldn't be that special anymore.
Yeah, but if you wake up the next day and you didn't know and it just happened again.
Yeah, and it was a great day.
Like Groundhog's Day? Yeah, why not?
I feel like you can only appreciate a good day if every other day is different.
Yeah, but every day you wake up and it's completely new again. I feel like that was like Groundhog's Day.
I'm going Groundhog Day. I'm Groundhog Day. Yeah.
That's the way I would take it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's okay. I'm not saying you're all wrong. I would just choose different every day.
But 3 years off your life wouldn't be...
Right. If you lived to 85...
Right. If you lived like 20 years and it was total shit...
And I've seen people live way longer than they should. I know. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no.
I would do the Groundhog's Day every single day.
No.
The best day of your life every day for a year.
No.
The best day of your life for every day.
I think it only makes it special if it's just want the best day of your life.
Yeah, but you don't know that because every day is like
until you have different things, and then you know it's the specialist day.
You don't realize. You just like Groundhog.
You're living the same day over and over again.
The same day over and over, so you would never know that it's not the best.
And I'm not saying you're all wrong. And no, I'm not. But I feel like it's not special.
I'm not saying you're all wrong. But
no, you're not. We're just different. You're not right or wrong. I'm not right.
She's trying to find agreement and disagreement, which is
no. I have no like. I don't.
It's like when you say, "I don't mean any disrespect."
No, no. I would never say I don't mean any disrespect.
No, I know you did.
For you all could live the same day for a year that was special, and every day you would remember it was special. But for me, it's only special if it's that day, and then I have other days that aren't as special, and then that makes that day special to me. To me, not you all, but to me.
That makes
to me, not you all.
I know what you're saying, but that's not what the question is. Though.
Chances are something like that's happening on that day. So yeah, that would be a whole lot of sandwiches. A year of sandwiches.
Yeah.
And that could be part of the good day. So you do have a lot of sandwiches.
But do you know the happiest day of your life?
Happiest day of my life?
I mean, Kylie being born is a really happy day. Yeah, that probably. Kylie, and when she got out, and like the happiest is when we were in the hospital with Kylie, even though, that was, but I wouldn't want to live that every day, because if you lived it every fucking day, it wouldn't be that special, you know?
Yeah.
That's just my opinion and how I feel.
Next number.
I'm still going around like that. But you got another
What's
number?
your number, Rod? We picked numbers. What's your number?
Yeah, you pick a number.
Let's go 69. Let's see what it says.
Oh, you're such a pervert.
69.
I'm not afraid to say it. I know people
69 is such a fucking like.
I got it too, but I wouldn't go.
That's the year I was born, but I know people were thinking like, why doesn't anybody say 69? So I'll just say it to get it out the way.
I just feel like 69 is just
move the elephant in the room. Out the door you go.
Like you can't enjoy what's happening to you if you're working at the same time.
This is perfect for Shannon.
Okay.
Because I know how she is around her pets. Would you rather to only be able to talk to your dog, or for your dog to be able to talk to only you and everyone thinks you're nuts?
Oh, I'd totally rather talk to my dog and everybody think I'm nuts.
No-brainer. She thinks that anyway every single day.
Because I would rather.
You
can't talk to her.
But you're missing a point. You're missing it.
Okay.
You can talk to your dog, but you can have it where your dog would be able to talk to you, and only you, and everybody thinks you're nuts. So essentially, the dog would be like.
Okay.
I thought that
the dog would be like Brian. The dog would be like Brian on Family Guy.
Yeah, right. But everybody else thinks you're.
Nobody else.
But I think the specialness about a dog is they can't fucking talk.
But I think you're insane anyway, so it wouldn't actually make any difference for you.
So essentially, you'd be like Dr. Doolittle, where the dog could talk to you, but everybody would think
you're nuts. No. Dog makes. I would talk to my dog, but I don't want to hear them talk to me, because then it doesn't make them that special.
What if they have a conversation with you?
I don't feel like that's true though, because you always look at Blake and be like, God,
I can tell what he's telling me. He looks at me and I'm like, something's going on. What's wrong, buddy?
But what if the dog?
He's trying to tell me something.
Exactly. Bitch, clean it up.
So you could have the dog actually talk to you.
But no, I don't want my dogs to talk to me, because if they could talk to me, then they wouldn't be so special. You want to be like, bitch, let me out. Bitch, feed me. Bitch, no, I don't want them to talk. That's what makes them special. No, I don't want them to talk to me.
I'm like, okay.
I don't want them to talk to me. No.
What do you want now?
That's what makes them special, is they can't talk.
So you would say A.
Yeah, I can talk to you. No, I don't want to fucking hear my dogs talk to me. They'd be a fucking burden if they could talk to me. No, fuck that. They wouldn't be a pet. They'd be no, I don't want them talking to me. No, don't want them talking to me. No. Fuck no.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't have fucking dogs if they could talk to me. No, absolutely not.
Said, had a good night, a great time, going to bed, trying to get a sandwich. Go for it.
Hit him straight, Double D.
I love a PB&J sandwich.
Keep them straight in the fairway, homie.
There you go.
Rod, do you want your talk? Do you want your?
Well, I don't have a dog, so.
But if you did, would you want them to be able to fucking talk? No.
Actually, I think it'd actually be a lot easier. Like the dog is
I was
like,
thinking. The
dog is like, I don't want the dog is like, I don't like kibbles and bits. I'd rather have Alpo something.
And then you'd have to go fucking get Alpo instead of giving the kibbles and bits.
No, but the dog be happy.
It'd be like, you're the dog. You eat what I give you.
Exactly. So shut the fuck up and don't talk to me. Yeah. Yeah. No. Don't talk to me. No.
If a dog could talk, they'd kill us all.
We'd fucking kill them. They wouldn't be special anymore if they could talk.
But the dog can only talk to the one person now, so.
They can talk to Todd, but I don't want them talking to me. They can talk to you.
This isn't like Planet of the Apes where they're trying to get all the apes all together.
So. Nope. Don't talk to me.
It's either or nothing.
See, or like Son of Sam, who talked to him, because Son of Sam killer.
Nope.
So the dog was talking to him and told him to kill those people. All right, give me another number.
3.
Scroll all the way the other way.
Yeah. All the way up. Oh, I know what I would choose. Well, do I know what I would choose?
What'd you know?
Tough one. Would you rather team up with Wonder Woman or Captain Marvel?
I don't know what Captain Marvel does. I mean, I'm teaming up with the vagina.
So that would be Gal Gadot or Brie Larson.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what Brie Larson does.
Yeah, she's Wonder Woman. I mean, she's Captain
Wonder
Marvel.
Woman.
No,
Brie Larson isn't.
Brie Larson's Captain Marvel.
Oh,
I don't know what they do.
I would go Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot.
Yeah, I would too. Because I have bigger tits than her. She's very hot, but she was in the Israeli army. Like she was, yeah. So yeah, she could protect me.
I would go with her for sure. Too.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean,
Brie Larson's no slouch either.
No, she's a beautiful woman, but like Gal Gadot, yeah.
Let's see. If I had my intellect, but I was trapped in the body of a dog, I'd kill everything.
Yes. Yes.
Just see a dog like watching his owner do some stupid shit. That'd be kind of funny. It'd be like it would be like Brian on Family Guy. Like,
yes.
That, are you? Like,
right.
All right. What's another number?
What's your wife's birthday?
22nd.
Pick 22 then.
Right after you're 23. Let me see here. Let me see. 22.
No. It's not good.
I'm not scared. I'm not scared.
Would you rather vomit on your hero or have your hero vomit on you?
Oh. I don't know if I want anybody to vomit on me.
I'd rather vomit on my hero. Absolutely. I don't want nobody vomiting. I mean, I really wouldn't care if they vomited on me. I don't know.
You probably have had it happen as a nurse.
I've had every body fluid expelled on me.
That's second nature for you. But.
Yeah, maybe. But I would feel like they would be embarrassed and I wouldn't want them to feel embarrassed. So, like, I would rather vomit on them and be the embarrassed one.
Though. If they vomit on you, be like, you tell everybody, so-and-so vomited on me.
No, but if I was your hero and I knew I was your hero, then I would feel so special about being your hero. And then if I vomited on you, I would feel like
even better?
No, I would feel like I disappointed you.
For vomiting on
being a human being, you know?
I would say
so I wouldn't want my
I don't care who you are. You ain't vomiting on me.
Yeah, I would feel bad.
On my
hero.
I don't care who it was. I'm vomiting on them.
I would feel bad.
Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
That's so
I would
lame.
rather.
You know how it is. I'm sorry.
I would rather vomit on my hero because then I would still be the peon and she would still be the hero. And I wouldn't make her feel like a less of a hero if she vomited on me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd rather
I would totally
vomit on her.
Vomit on...
Because I'd still be like and she'd still be the hero if I vomited on her. You know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Rod?
Oh, I'm definitely vomiting on the hero.
Yeah, right. Yes.
Without doubt.
Yeah. There's no question that, yes.
And like, I'm the hero and you can vomit on me. Yeah.
Wasn't it like HW that vomited like on the Japan guy or whatever that time? They were at a presidential dinner or something, and George
I kind of feel like
Herbert Walker Bush.
Yeah, I
he
think
vomited
so.
like on one of the dignitaries from Japan or something.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Rod! I was on TikTok and I forgot this ever happened. But George W. Bush, like the younger George Bush, and then they threw a shoe at him when he was like at a.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the guy that was standing next to him tried to catch it. I was just like, I'm like, that's fucking gold. Like, I don't even care. Like, at that point, I had no, like, political, like, I didn't really care. And, like, but I saw it and I'm like, that's fucking gold.
See, James said, yeah, Bush did that. I think he vomited on somebody, like, at one of the dinners or something like that.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah. Human beings vomit.
That happened, too, in Iraq. Yeah, with the shoe being thrown. I think it was, like, a reporter doing a press conference. One of the Iraqi reporters threw that.
Right. Yeah, I think so,
yeah.
He was like dodgeball. Gotta be quicker than that.
He did. He didn't get hit. He was like, ooh, and then the other guy was like trying to catch the shoe.
Vomited on himself.
Okay.
And then all the like.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
You're not vomiting on nobody then, so it's like.
But why is it embarrassing to vomit? People get sick. It's a human body. Like people get embarrassed about taking a shit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
just
fucking. Take a shit. Like, everybody shits.
I know it's like human nature, but it's still kind of like
it's embarrassing. It's like Bryce
humiliating.
Well, she's shitting in the street. I mean,
yeah.
I would be embarrassed if I shit in the street, but like if I'm shitting in a toilet, I'm like, that's everybody shits in the toilet. Like, why be embarrassed? Everybody does that. Like
most of these things happen when you're not in the toilet, like you're somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you need to see a doctor, Rod.
I mean, unless Elvis. I mean, but he just died from it. But he was.
Well, yeah.
You know, that's a very common thing because it's your vagal nerve, and when you really poop, I have a lot of old people that pass out on the toilet, and you think they're dead because it stimulates their vagal nerve.
That's all I got.
No. And it's just like, y'all never been constipated enough is what I'm thinking.
Vagal nerve?
Yeah, Vegas or vagal. I can't remember. One of them.
You're the medical professional here.
I know it happens. I don't remember the name of it, but like, I'm thinking vagal. It's the vagal nerve, I think. But I know it's when I'm like, it's like.
It'd be like, it's my heart. Why are you touching my knees for?
No, it's like I know this is what happens, and I know how to deal with it. But if I don't know the name of it, like, what difference does it make? I know what's happening, and I know what to do. Like, who fucking cares what it's called?
Here's how you spell it. Or say it.
Yeah.
Vagus nerve.
It sounds way better than the vagal.
I think that is right.
I think it's the vagal. I think it's vagal.
Vagal with an L?
Hey Siri.
In Vegas, a lot of people shit themselves because they lose too much money.
Yeah, well, that might be where it comes. Yeah.
Hey Siri.
It's a vagus nerve too.
Is it vagus or vagal nerve?
I shit anywhere where it's a turtle's head.
Okay, I found this on the web for vagus nerve to Vegas or vagal nerve. Check it out.
Check it out. I'm gonna show Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants a sandwich after.
It's like if you eat too many Chick-fil-A's, your vagus nerve is gonna make you die when you take a big constipated shit.
Vagus nerve?
No, I think it.
After you get unconstipated through the vagal nerve, you have a sandwich.
That's right. At Chick-fil-A.
It's like my problem is solved. I ate too many Chick-fil-A sandwiches, and then I took a big shit. Now I can eat more Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Yeah, fuck it.
It's like some of the people that go to buffets. I mean, they clean it
Yeah.
out and they're ready to restart. So
Still going Friday night when it's crab night.
they come in their leisure suits or their stretchy pants, or whatever it may be.
Leisure suits.
You're just jealous because you're a man and you don't have stretchy pants.
No man should have stretchy pants. But there's men that do have there are men that have stretchy pants.
I would love to see a man in stretchy pants because it would make me laugh so hard.
It's called elastic. Men have stretchy pants.
Okay, do you like prime rib? Isn't that the one that you shave off at the buffets, the prime rib?
Usually prime rib, yeah.
Do you like prime rib?
Yeah, usually like sliced or whatever, yeah.
Fucking hate prime rib.
Why?
Because there's so much better meat than prime rib.
Prime rib done well is pretty tasty.
No. I'm like, if I tasted a really good prime rib, but I know there's a ribeye out there, I'm like, fuck the prime rib. I'd rather have a fucking hamburger. Because I know no steak is good unless it's a prime ribeye.
From ribeye to hamburger.
Because ribeye is hamburger in my eyes.
It's not a hamburger.
It's not even the same thing.
I know. I'm saying
she doesn't know
that a ribeye, I would rather have
Look, there's a bunch of kids standing out there in the field.
I will fucking go out there and I will be so happy to be out there. Even if there's no children, I'll find a little mole or a groundhog or I'll find something to make me happy. You know I will.
Prime rib to ribeye to hamburger.
Big old pipe could cause you to pass out. Yeah, I mean, it's work. You might want a sandwich after.
I mean, I know where I'm going with this, but I don't think you'll understand my analogies. So
I'm not sure anybody would.
Yeah. You want to give us another number before we sign off here?
What can I go between?
1 and 250.
123.
Because 23 is your favorite, so you just put 100 on it?
Yes, yeah, because I picked 23. Like, I know what I like, and I stick with it.
I know what you're going to choose. I don't know what you'll choose here, maybe. I know what I would choose. Would you rather have fortune or fame?
Oh, I don't like either one.
Fame.
Oh, I'm going fortune. Put the money in my pocket, son.
Oh, I don't want either one. Oh.
I feel like fame brings fortune, though.
It could, but it could be fame for bad reasons, too.
Well, that's true. Let's change my answer.
I mean, if your fame was like OJ.
Yeah, right.
Or John Wayne Gacy or something. You never know.
I would pick fame.
Really?
Because I could be famous for like helping people.
You like to spend it, but you don't like it.
No.
Gilbert said, I hate prime rib. Are you an alien?
But Eric, have you ever had a ribeye?
Of course, Eric
That's not the same thing as a prime rib.
I know it's not, but if I have a fucking ribeye, it's meat.
That wasn't the question, no.
No, I don't like prime rib then. No, I don't like prime rib.
With the horseradish?
When I know there's a fucking ribeye out there, no, I don't care about the fucking prime rib.
I said nothing about ribeye except for you.
Yes.
Prime rib with some horseradish on the side.
I'd rather fucking have a ham sandwich.
James would choose fortune. See? Get the fortune. Get the dollars.
Money brings problems. No.
You do enough stuff with fortune, you can get fame as well. Or
you could have fame and fortune.
Look at what you call his ex-wife,
Bezos.
Ex-wife.
Yes.
She donated all kinds of stuff. Money.
Oh my God, I fucking love her.
And
she's
getting fame out of it. But guess what? It was a fortune that allowed her to do it. That's just how it works out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No. I would rather be like
I'm fortune too.
I would rather be poor and be famous to make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
Gas prices going up. Give me the fortune.
No. Okay.
True. Change my answer. I'm all fortune.
But Rod, I feel this way about the gas prices, and maybe it's related and maybe it's not. But like, I'm obsessed with what's going on in Ukraine, and I'm like, if I can just pay an extra money for my gas prices, and that's what I have to deal with to feel like I'm making a difference over there. Like the sanctions on Russia is making and it's.
But it's not.
I know it's not, but it makes me feel better.
It's just the companies. I mean, the companies are the ones that are holding stuff back from them. They want to keep their profits.
Just let me feel better.
Give you a safe space.
Because I'm ready to go over there and like fucking. It's just so bad.
Yeah, but it was there from there versus other places that have went through worse that don't get the attention.
I know. You're right. You are right. And that makes me feel bad, too, because I didn't know about everything else. But now that I do, I'm like, I know. I feel bad for not, like, feeling this badly when other shit was happening. But now I feel really bad about. And I'm just sitting over here in my little fucking house with my job and my gas and my heat and my not worrying about getting bombed. And, I'm just like. I just got a lot of feelings.
Yeah. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a terrible thing taking place. I'm just saying people pick and choose.
They do. But I'm also like, I don't believe everything that's being reported to us. Like I follow the people and I'm like, and they tell me all this shit and I'm like, but is this really true? Just like in Russia, they're being reported. I'm like, they're not getting the truth. But so I'm like, are we getting the truth?
No, probably
like
not.
The truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But
I mean, there's different angles and stuff covers, but
yeah.
Right.
And I don't hate the Russian people because, and I'm not trying to start a fight, but like, just because there's a government of like your president doesn't mean that everybody agrees with what your president is doing. Just like I'm sure everybody doesn't agree with what Putin is doing. And
yeah, but I mean, over there is a little different because a lot of the ugly arts that they're taking stuff from back Putin. That's why they're taking a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all of them agree with it. I'm just saying that's how the system was set up, and
they're brainwashed. Some of them are brainwashed, just like we're probably brainwashed too. So it's like, so complicated.
Day, finding good beer to drink, and
I know,
right?
Let the world sort it out. So
control what you
I know, and I do try to do that. I do.
If something happens, I know I'll go out drinking some good beer. So.
Oh, but this was a question from earlier. I was thinking it was like I don't remember what we were talking about. Like we weren't talking about we were talking about the world ending or something. And I'm like, everybody's like, if a nuclear attack or something happens, it's like you got to do this to survive. And I'm like, or we were talking about The Walking Dead, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking live. Like if that happens, like fucking, I want to die with the rest of them. I'm like, I don't want to like be here and. I'm like, like if there was a nuclear war, I'm like, yeah, I got feelings and I could do a little, like, but I like just fucking kill me. Like, I don't want to like live that life,
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, I mean, depending on if it were to happen, when it was to happen, it depends on.
Yeah.
Like it's like well, shit. If you're like older, it's like well, I don't
kind of where you're at in your life.
I don't be a bunker for 30-something years. I might as well just go out now.
Yeah, like
right.
But if I'm like 10 years old, I'm like you want to try to survive and maybe come out on the other end of it or something. I don't know. It's
yeah.
It depends on where you're at in your life. I think.
I mean,
I could freak you out and tell you the special I watched back in the 80s.
Tell me.
That kind of talked about all of this, which is kind of weird because things are kind of happening now. But
make me think, Rod.
And it goes to the whole thing, whether or not you believe in it or not. Like back in the 80s, there was a thing done on HBO when they were deciphering some of the things. Nostradamus is?
Yes.
So
yeah.
So they were deciphering different things that Nostradamus had done. And Orson Welles had narrated this thing.
I know who Orson Welles is too.
Yeah. So they were going through it in the last part of the show. They were actually talking about the last war, the War of Man. They call it what they thought would be World War III. And how it all started, how it all progressed, and things that have been written down. And basically, Nostradamus had written stuff down talking about there'd be like an attack on kind of the new city, and there'd be like something of 2 birds of prey that would fall, that would kind of start things actually going towards things, and then all this stuff would happen up. Well, so they thought the 2 birds might actually be nuclear weapons, like getting lost into New York City is how they kind of deciphered it like that.
Yeah.
And they said there'd be like a going back and forth that they kind of estimated for about 27 years or so.
Oh, Jesus.
Before like something would happen and it would be basically a strike. But the funny thing is, so going back and deciphering what I saw back then, and I think it's the man who saw tomorrow is the name of the special. You can see it on YouTube or whatever as well. When you go back and you think about it, you can say, well, what if the 2 birds were actually a 9/11 attack that happened? Again, this was watching it back in the 80s.
Right.
So you had the 9/11 that happened in 2001. You had the 2 planes that hit. So for him, he didn't know what planes were because he was back in the 16th century or whatever, but it might look like birds in the air.
Right,
Those 2 planes hit the new city. That kind of started some things in motion. We started kind of having some fallout, especially with some of the Middle Eastern type countries. Things that kind of built up, and then you have what he saw as a former world power teaming up with another country like in the Middle East to come back against the other powerful country, which they figured would be us as America. And so if you were looking at that timeline, you would think, well, 2027, 2028, something like that, things might be happening, things will ramp up. Now we're in 2021 and we're starting to see things ramp up kind of with the whole Russia type thing. Yeah. And you wonder, and we also have some falling out stuff that are taking place with some of the Middle Eastern type countries. You have some stuff happening with China, all kind of stuff, but you could easily see where Russia could fall into bed with something like a Saudi Arabia or even Iran, who just basically launched missiles last week or the week before that were close to the American consulate over there. Yeah. And it's kind of like, in my mind, I'm kind of like, what if this is what he actually saw there? It's kind of like, yeah. And I think because of that, in my mind, I've kind of prepared myself, like, what if something does happen, Right. So it's kind of a weird type thing. It's kind of freaky. You go back and watch it now. Again, this was like in the 80s when we were watching this special. Right. And the funny thing is, at the time, me and my friends that were watching it, we were over, I was over one of my friends' house. We were watching with our parents and stuff like that. And I'm like calculating, like, well, shit, by the time I go to college and I get out of school, and why even pay college loans? I'm going to get screwed somewhere. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Just go for free. Who cares?
But it was really a fascinating type thing because you see parallels to what was said back then. And again, right. It's weird because it's out there. Maybe not. Maybe not. And, right. The history of him and some of the things he's hit on or missed on, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like.
But, yeah, there's a lot of eerie similarities.
And now you're seeing this buildup of stuff actually happening. And it's like, what if he was kind of on point? But for those that actually, like you said, if something were to happen, you wouldn't live. What he actually saw was this would be the last major war of man. And after this happened, everything going forward would actually be man working together to not have this happen again, and to kind of have like a peaceful type thing and stuff like that. So like take it back before technology and and everybody would kind of say we can never go to where we went to before. Right. So, you be you and we'll be you be you, I'll be me. Let's just I guess like a world kumbaya kind of, type moment or something.
Shitty things sort of have to happen to move forward to be better.
Yes. Right. To get people on the same page. Yeah.
It's not about money. It's about
I'm saying like you always talk about like Ukraine and stuff. It's like, so bad shit has to happen for, it sucks that happens.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the world to come together like that and to be like, okay, we're all one. Yeah. Let's just, cooperate and be unified or whatever.
Humans.
As one whole nation or whatever. Global nation or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would totally be worth it if you knew that's what was going to happen.
But I already feel like that's kind of like, I feel like Putin, what we're being fed, what we're being fed is just like Putin, if what we're being fed is the truth, like Putin has, just like when 9/11 happened, it was like, yes, like Republicans and Democrats were at war and they hated each other. But then it was just like, when this is and I know there's been some assholes, and maybe they're not truthful now that they've changed, but it was like, who was it? It was not Ted Cruz. It was Fox News guy, Tucker Carlson, and he was talking about Putin, and he was like, oh, like, why am I mad at Putin? Like, did he do A, B, and C? And then that was right before all this happened. And then he fucking like backtracked. I wasn't being serious, you know? And I'm like, and maybe
just kidding.
Yeah, but I'm like, I also am like a little angry at people when people that say things like that and then they retract. They're like, but you said, and we don't give them the chance to change, and we attack them when they try to, whether they're being truthful or not, you know. And it's like they say something, and you just like, you can't change your mind. You already said what you said, so they don't have the right to change their mind and be better, you know. So they're already fucking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like. So why would they want to change their mind or try to feel different if they do? We're still going to attack them, you know? Yeah. So it's just like. But the other thing I was, and I don't want him to think I'm crazy, but like I saw this thing, you know, where they were talking about Russia. And Russia was like talking about like a cyber attacks or whatever, and we have like 4 major like food processing companies or like food industries in our world that takes, and they were like, they would just like, they could attack our electricity, our food, our water, and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, maybe we should just like fucking stockpile water and canned goods and stuff. And I'm like, but then I would feel like you would think I'm being crazy. And I'm like, you know, because
there's a lot of preppers in the country.
Yeah,
like we did that years ago when there was another house with the water and stuff.
But I'm just kind of like, maybe we should just like. But then I'm like, I don't know. You know, you can't really be prepared. But
I mean, you can
there's so many things to talk about.
I mean, you could try to prepare for stuff, but you just don't know how it's going to plan. But like James said, mainstream news reports the truth, but they do about a lot of stories that are more important. Corporate wrongdoings, human rights, and environmental. Well, they actually, depending on who you watch, also has a slant to their stuff. I mean, it's been reported how some of the stations are more left-leaning or more right-leaning.
Oh, yeah.
There's different angles they take to it to kind of do a thing. They sent out a false thing one time to major news stations that basically was an advertisement for something, but they all read it like it was news. I mean, there's some stuff to it where you have to look in between the lines when you're reading a lot of the news stories. And as one with a journalism degree, that's one of the things we were always taught. I mean, journalism, the way I learned it, doesn't seem to be journalism as it is now.
No, it's not anymore. It used to be the facts.
Yeah, we had to research, and nowadays you just have people throwing stuff out there. And
it's for ratings now. It's for ratings, for you to agree and watch the channel you agree with. Yeah.
Fox News only and other right wing sold often skew and misreport facts, including Wilson average person thinks the mainstream doesn't. It doesn't, but CNN and MSNBC also play angles on stuff too. I mean,
they all play angles.
I've all seen them do different things. Nostradamus nonsense. You can read anything into that shit. He wrote vague horoscopes. Wait, nonsense poetry. I mean, you can say that.
Maybe not.
You just nobody really ever knows. But there's coincidences on stuff that were written that, you know, whether people tie them together or not.
Coincidences or not coincidences.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
it's kind of like, you know, the people that think
that makes you
things
wonder.
May happen. They're the ones that get seen sometimes as a crazy one in society when they try to share something that's outside the norm too. So you just never know. It's just out there again. And this was 30 something years ago watching this video, and when you see things actually happen that could be possibly read into it, it makes you think about it. Like, what if he was on something? What if the 2 birds weren't missiles and they were actually the 2 planes? What if it was this? What if it was that?
Right, yeah.
Know. Right. You know, if somebody did have that insight.
Rod, would you rather trust everything everybody says or trust nothing anybody says?
Oh, trust nothing.
Yeah.
I don't trust a lot of people. I'm X-Files in that regard.
Yeah.
I trust nothing. And that makes me sad because I don't believe anything. Yeah. I believe nothing. Even if I'm like, I want to believe it, Like, and I'm like, I agree with that, but I still like question my beliefs because I'm like, there's no truth in the world anymore.
Yeah, well, it was always whoever the elite controlled the narrative, so you're always going to have that.
That's why I don't want to be rich. I fucking hate rich people. Like,
you can be rich and do good things.
You can, but
and some have.
So I'm going to try to tell this story. I listened to this like philosopher and he was like, so there's this old man like in a little village and every day he goes out and he catches a couple of fish and he goes back and he plays with this. He catches enough fish to feed. He doesn't like try to catch a bunch of fish. He goes back, he plays with his kids, he takes a nap, and then he spends time with his family. And then one day he goes out to fish and when he's fishing, this like CEO comes up in a boat and he's like, if you caught a few more fish, you could sell them and you could like blah, blah, blah. And it just goes on and on. You could do more and more and more. And then finally the guy in the boat that's catching enough fish, he's like, well, when I do this, then what? Then what? And then finally the guy's like, well, you could sell your company that you've built and then you could go out and catch a couple fish and spend time with your family. And he's like, I'm already doing that. Why would I do all that just so I could come back to where I am and already appreciate what I have? Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's the truest. Just be happy with what you have,
Yeah. Well, some people spend time chasing stuff down and not enjoying what they have. So
yeah.
But James, yeah, I mean, I'm not a big believer. Now, Shannon likes a lot of that stuff. I think.
I'm interested in it.
More for the fun of it. I would say more for the fun
I don't like
of it. Yeah.
I like to be like, what are you? And then I compare it to what I know. And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. Yeah. But I'm not like, you are this or you are that. Right. Because I also feel like Todd's a Virgo and they could say, you're a Virgo and these are your characteristics. And I could find like, oh yeah, that is my characteristic, but it's not. But you could, if somebody says that, then you could be like, oh yeah, I see that in me, you know? So I know it's not like, it's just interesting to me,
Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of that stuff I don't really follow as much. Messages, looking in the mirror. And we're in the middle of a cyber rush right now. That's true, but the consequences are probably not that dire for us. Well, that's always that's kind of the hope and the expectation, but you really don't know because you're only told what you know, what they provide. Like they were talking today.
To the bathroom and get.
They were talking today about chemical
10%.
weapons and stuff being used.
I'm gonna get the charger just because I don't want it to be cut off.
Use the site to have a damn paywall, media buy. Yeah, that's a good site to look at with the media. It basically shows what sides of the media are usually on. So I've looked at that site before too. No coincidence or former comedy conspiracies. And of course, it makes you think, but doesn't mean new. Oh yeah, definitely. That's the whole thing. It's more the whole thing that are happening. You're kind of like, oh, that's kind of interesting because you could tie that in. Let's see. Why do you? Trust. I don't say I don't trust anybody. I'm just saying there's some common things there that came up from a show we watched 30 years ago that are kind of similar to some of the stuff that we're seeing right now. Whether or not it happens or not, I can't say. It's just kind of funny to me seeing that stuff. Human curiosity. I know a lot of smart people who passionately believe astrology, tarot, all of that. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting topic. So some people do get into that kind of stuff, and there's I don't know whether or not you would say there's some traits or not, but there's some stuff you'll see, like if you're in this sign or here, you might be more type of people, but I don't get that deep into something like that.
She gets deep into that.
Yeah.
How much that she actually believes, I'm not really sure. She could, when she comes back maybe, but she totally gets in like the tarot card and the astrology and the moon and the sun and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, there might be some truth to some of that, but I think you kind of have to pick and choose what is, like.
Yeah, I think it's all kind of just fun entertainment type thing. Like
yeah. Like you're always gonna find something that's kind of hit and miss with everybody.
Yeah.
Like you can choose like, oh yeah, make one think like, okay, yeah, she totally said that, or it's gonna happen, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I always kind of like, she always loves to get like tarot card reader. I'm gonna do that. I'm like, wow, they're gonna tell you the same things they told you like for the last 5 years. It's not gonna be anything different.
Yeah, I don't think reading your palms is really going to tell you that much more. I mean, really, it's your palm, right? But some people buy into it and stuff, and I'm just, I just find it interesting more just from when you see something that was like decades ago that was kind of projected out, and you see some things, it raises an eyebrow. You get the people's eyebrow, like The Rock, like, that's interesting. I remember watching this like years ago, and that was like something that was kind of toward. What is up, Gord? Cheers, my friend. Just here talking and drinking, and I'll probably wrap up here in a second. So wait for Shannon to come back. James says, I tell him my birthday is April 1, April Fool's Day. There you go. That's pretty funny. And it says a credible news source all have paywalls now, but not Fox News. What's that tell you? He's like, we'll give it to you for free because, news is just so. I say years ago, like if you have to watch like Fox News and you have to watch CNN and hopefully try to find the news in between the two, just because both of them have their slant on stuff. So that's just the world that we're living right now. We're long past the days of Walter Cronkite telling the news.
Walter Cronkite, wow, taking it back to the day.
Well, that's when you could believe the news, right? Or even more recent, Tom Brokaw, you could believe the news, and Tom Brokaw did it. But
what?
Tom Brokaw. This is Tom Brokaw. Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, I know Tom Brokaw.
Yeah, when he did the news, you could kind of believe it too. But then when they caught Brian Williams, when they caught Brian Williams lying, you were like, "Oh, this is a problem." Then they catch other people out there doing shit, and they try to put like Katie Couric on. Like, wait a minute, she's Today's Show. She shouldn't be a CBS anchor. Like,
what about what's Brian going on? Williams when he fucked everything up and he lied? I mean,
I just said that. Is she not listening again? I just said Brian Williams.
Oh, I can't hear because we're not plugged. Oh, because we had to take it. Yeah.
Todd just shakes his head, which is hilarious.
I know. I'm sorry. I really think
I can't help you there, Ryan. I'm sorry.
I mean, I really do have a little bit of like ADHD.
Yeah, the fairness doctrine used to hold more accountable, but that went out with Reagan. And that's when things started to change back then in the 80s. Yep.
Yep.
Oh my God, though.
Yeah.
President Zelensky.
The former comedian.
Yes. But my favorite quote ever is like, because Biden was like, we can evacuate you. And he's like, I need more ammunition, not a ride.
Yeah. Well, he's going to fight. Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. And he's like fucking meat. He's like with his people. And he's like, I'm going to fucking die with my people. Like, have you ever seen a leader like that? Like,
yeah, I mean, have I seen them? No, but I mean, in history, there's been leaders that stayed and fought with their men. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, because they're all old white men that have been a career politician, It's just like, he's like, no, he means it. And he's like, he fucking has some passion about it. And it's not about, what his salary is? It's like $800 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's got money from his career that he's had before that, but.
James said he's a man. His wife is actually watching his sitcom that he had previously. He said it's pretty good. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's trying.
It's on like
it's
Netflix
on Netflix. Yeah. But I can't and I've everybody's like sexualizing him because, and I'm like, oh, but I'm like, I feel so bad because I'm like, we shouldn't be doing that to him because he's like fucking fighting a war and he's like. It's like, it's not funny. I had a fucking dream about him, like a spaceship trying to go from planet to planet to fight the people. And then we had.
I'm just looking at Todd's expression. That's why I was laughing.
It was. And then I woke up and felt,
like Marvin the Martian's going to pop out.
But we were fighting the enemies. And yeah, but I was just like, I felt so bad because I'm like, this isn't funny, Shannon. Like, he's like in a real life horrible thing, and I'm fucking sexualizing.
You are making a joke about it.
Right? No, I'm saying I feel guilty for sexualizing him.
Well, you should.
I do. I'm like, I do.
But even with the stuff coming out of Ukraine, like the media, we talk about the media, they've been hiding about the racism issues they've been having.
Oh no, I saw that when they were trying to.
But it's barely coming out. It's barely coming out. Like a lot of this stuff isn't covering how they were like.
Well, of course they're not, because that's not like, you know.
Yeah.
No, I saw that. The refugees were trying to get out, and then they'd get on the train, and I think it was Poland, and they were like, no, and they were.
Well, not even in Ukraine. Like Ukraine went a lot of the black or brown people on trains and stuff like that. And everything. It was the whole rate. Like, so some people are turned off by Ukraine now.
Well, I mean, I can understand that.
Yeah, and then there's some people that say, well, what makes them special? Nobody's complaining when Israel bombs Palestine or when, you know, other places that were colonized had to deal with that. So, yeah. So there's other stuff. Again, we talk about the media. There's stuff the media doesn't cover.
Right.
That are issues as well.
And I'm like, I feel like this has opened my eyes, and I'm like, I've been so blind to everything else that's happened in the world, and I didn't care because I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I can't do anything about what I did in the past. All I can do is care about what I know now, you know.
Yeah, if you didn't know, you didn't know.
I feel bad about like not caring about, but my caring doesn't do a goddamn thing. Me caring about it doesn't do a fucking thing. I'm not changing anything by caring. You know, what the fuck is my caring doing?
Yeah.
Nothing. You know, that's like Zelensky, and he does his. And the NATO is standing up and giving him a 3-minute standing ovation. I'm like, yeah, that's nice, but what the fuck is that? How's that helping? Like,
well, that's what he pretty much said. Like, you know,
what'd you say?
That's what he pretty much said. It's like doesn't really do anything unless he gets more support.
It's nice to be backed up in the beginning, and it's nice to feel the like support in the beginning, but then after a little while, it's like it's not fucking helping me. Right. It's not doing a goddamn thing for me. Like, you're not helping us. You're just, I mean, we are in a way by giving them weapons and all that shit. And it's easy for me to say, I see them all over there suffering. I'm like, do the fucking no-fly zone. And they're like, well, if we do that, then we're going to get involved. And I'm like, well, fucking get involved then.
We don't want to get involved because that's going to trigger other stuff.
I know it, and I know that, and I know that's kind of like that's just.
But the funny thing is, like, some of the people that said they're upset by it are some of the same people that said we're not the world's police either. So we're not the world's police, then we're not going to get involved. But then you want us to get involved, but then you say you don't want us to be the world's police. People got to make up their mind.
Can't have both ways.
But I also kind of feel like it's like, you know, we're the kind of like. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Maybe it's the media feeding us this, but like we have the power, and we're seeing like a fucking bullying another one and killing all their fucking people and doing.
It's not just us though.
No, it's not. It's NATO. There's a
right. That's what I'm saying. If it was just singled out and there was no NATO, then it probably wouldn't be any.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
That's what I said. It's way more complicated.
But that makes it worse because there's so many of us that can do something, and we're just watching this.
But meanwhile, North Korea just launched a new ICBM. So
I saw that. Yeah.
It's kind of like there's other stuff too that we have to.
But we're not fucking. That's why they're doing it. It's because we're concentrated on what's going on over there, and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll do this," and they won't fucking notice because they're concentrated on what's going on over there.
Yeah, and China's messing with Taiwan and stuff too. So it's just there's other stuff that are taking place that is kind of like. Oh my God. Ultimately, it's kind of like, is it our? It's not really our fight to be possibly in, or is it? Because we do.
It's not now, but it would.
Economic interest possibly, you know, because they are like a big wheat producer and a bunch of stuff, but it's kind of like.
But I mean, do you think though, like this is going on with Ukraine, and then Poland and other NATO countries are right there on the border? Like, so if Putin gets Ukraine, You think he's gonna fucking stop there? He'll get a
well,
taste
that's
of
it.
victory.
He won't go to Poland or other places because then we would be
You don't
involved.
think so?
No, because we'd be involved under the treaty. Ukraine is part of the old Soviet Union. He wants to put the old Soviet Union back together.
Poland. And all of those, all of them were part of the old Soviet Union.
Yeah, I mean, it might be something like Slovakia or some of the other countries, but like Poland, I think it's pretty much. Could they be at risk? Possibly. I mean, Belarus is talking about teaming up with Russia to go into Ukraine as well. So
yeah, because Putin's got puppets over there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, it's
not our problem until it's our problem.
But it's not a surprise though, because Putin is okay. He's old KGB. He always wanted to put the old Soviet Union back together. So it's not a surprise for a lot of people in power. Right. It was only a matter of time.
I'm just like...
Is the power and the kind of the segue to do it. And it kind of is what's happening now. So he's like,
I'm just like, I know I have my feelings and thoughts, but I know it's way more complicated than just how I feel. I just see these fucking Ukrainians fighting for their, like, the fucking, like, citizens just getting their guns and, like, fucking trying to, like, take on the Russians. And I'm just like, I just look at it as a human standpoint and not a country. I'm like, I see humans suffering, just like I'm sure the Russians are suffering, because the sanctions, these people that don't even believe in Putin, they're suffering for what Putin's doing, and they don't even fucking believe in him. Some of them do and some of them don't, just like when we have a leader or a president, some of us believe in it and some of us don't. It's just like, ugh.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just, and I'm just like, I don't know.
It's a weird situation, and it's kind of like.
And we're just sitting here in our nice, comfortable homes, having a good time, drinking our beers, and we should be happy about that, because maybe one day it could be happening to us. So we should appreciate this day.
Well, I think we're pretty isolated, but
yeah,
it's kind of like the same thing, like some of the countries that brought, I look at that we're doing there. It's like, is it how much more different it is than us going in Iraq when we went in Iraq? Iraq had nothing to do with 9/11. Never did.
Right, yeah.
And we went in and kind of just did all that stuff. And it's like, how's that much more different than Russia going into Ukraine and doing what they're doing? So, like, when I saw Biden call Putin a war criminal, and I was like, that's just a bad move on Biden's part. Like, because people are going to point fingers back at the U.S. talking about stuff that we've done in the past, too.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. We're not fucking innocent.
Yeah.
We're totally not innocent.
We're in a country that overtook the land from the Native Americans, And
have you been watching the Supreme Court? And I know her face, and they're like fucking just putting her through the fucking ringer.
Yeah, but it was expected.
But have you seen Booker? Did you see the one where Cory Booker was like talking about when he was running, and this woman just came up to him, and then he was talking to her? Oh my God, I was just like almost, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I was just like, almost I could have just fucking, but once I start crying, I can't stop. So I was like, I gotta hold it together. Like, it was so just like, amazing.
Just James the Wolverine. That goes back to that was what's it called, the movie back in the 80s. Patrick Swayze, when Russia invaded America.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, yeah. Yeah, they have a lower budget for defense than we actually do, 60 versus 600.
Yeah, but how much is that going into Putin and the oligarchs' pockets instead of the fucking military is what I'm wondering.
It's just I don't know how Republicans keep getting elected. People are assholes. It's kind of like people are saying, like, America's getting more divided. And I'm just like, America has always been divided from day one.
Yeah.
you're just seeing more of it. So I'm like, why are people surprised?
We're divided because, like, I feel like the people that are like
the plan was always to divide people.
The extremists, though, are the ones that are talking, and they make everybody else feel divided. Like the
extremists are getting money funneled in. The extremists get money funneled in from the people from the elite as well. And from day one, America was always set up to be divided. There was things that were done to basically make it so that you had the different race type divisions, the different class type divisions. All that stuff was kind of formulated out. And it's like, when people talk about the founding fathers, I'm like, they're these great men, blah, blah. Yeah, they were kind of pricks too, though. Like, you look at the stuff they did. They had the slavery. They had other stuff. There was womanizers. There were a bunch of different things they've done. So as far as setting up how it should be, yeah, they came up with a pretty good thing there with the Constitution, but they didn't adhere to it because everybody wasn't under protection under it. You know what I mean? So
right. And times change.
People hate to realize, like, you know, they were good, but they weren't as great as you think they were. They were kind of dicks in a lot of respects as well. So, like, they show like the signing of the Declaration, and it was like, who were all slaveholders? There were only like 4 people. Like, everybody that was carved that didn't show a picture of was a slaveholder. Only like 4 people were in the picture that weren't slaveholders. Like, it was just a lot of stuff. So it's kind of like, this is America. It was set up to be divided. It was set up to run a certain way. Because of social media and everything now, we just see it a lot clearer.
Even worse, magnified.
And you've had people even say some of the stuff, even like when LBJ was like, you know, as president, talking about if he could make the poorest white man feel better than the richest black man or whatever, that was like kind of a win type situation. It's just, that's the way that things go. So her being there for the judge, everything that they were saying to her was no surprise at all for a lot of black people. It's just like, you expect that to come. That's why she kind of just sat there and kind of just went with it. And then you go back and look at how Kavanaugh handled it when he went. He was all,
oh, what a fucker.
Like he was upset as a white man to be asked those type of questions. You know, when you look at his expressions, it's like, I dare you ask me that. Like, I should be comfortable here. Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm part of the club. You should let me in. Like,
but you know, that's what, like, I'm like, and I mean, I don't mean to, like, I saw something, I think it was Cory Booker that was like, he was saying that, like, you know, you deserve to be here, but you had to do so much more, even though you already deserved it. You had to do so much more to be here, even though you shouldn't have, but you did. You know, and I mean, and I don't mean this to sound like, that's why I'm so, like, fascinated with your wife, is because, like, she has accomplished so much, and she should have been able to accomplish it just as easily as anybody else. But I'm like, she didn't give a fuck. She did it anyway. Like, she was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway, you know. And she fucking did it, and I'm just like, that is just, I admire her so much. And not only did she do it, when she got there, she did it to help other people, not just to have a bunch of money. Like, when she got there, it was like, I'm going to help all the people that couldn't do what I did. Like, because she was stronger and harder and worked harder. And I'm like, I admire her so much. And I'm just like, I just want to, like, fucking pick the hell out of her brain. And her soul, I'm just like, I wish I could be her. Like,
from Jane's comment, I mean, that's the thing. They have a minority but control the agenda. But it's funny because they're actually, like someone has said the other day, they wish Democrats had enough chutzpah or whatever you want to call it, to be like the Republicans, because they just like lay down for stuff. Like, the Republicans are always fighting for stuff, even if they don't have the numbers. When they have it, like, the Republicans are always trying to do the higher ground type thing. And it's like, sometimes you have to get in the mud like a pig and stuff and fight too. And, you know, I think Democrats are always fearful how that might come back and everything. But the funny thing is, a lot of ideas now that Democrats have would have been Republican ideas in the 90s. And people would have agreed to them. So it's like, people don't even realize that. And the Senate's made up of 2 represent the 100,000 Wyoming and 2 and 80 in California. Yeah. So, and it's more with the Senate. I mean, they have it the 2 for state, but it's more the House is the problem too, as far as the representation, because that's where kind of the per capita comes into play. And you'll have a person in South Dakota representing his people, but have more power than someone coming from Texas or Florida or whatever, because there's less people there. It's kind of interesting. And then Gore says, yes. Gore says, do the people on the right, do they live on a farm? They don't live on a farm, but a farm is behind them.
I know, it's the best. You don't have to pay for it, and it's just like, oh, love it.
Yeah, fight for power. Democrats try to govern. And there's split mentalities now. I don't know where you're ever going to get common ground again between the Republicans and Democrats.
No,
the way things are going right now.
That's long gone.
I mean, just think about it. This last, well, I guess it was Joe Biden's first State of the Union. He's sitting there talking about his son dying, and he's getting heckled by Marjorie Taylor Greene and the other chick. And the chick from Lauren Boebert or whatever.
What was her fucking name? The dark-headed
I just told you, Lauren Boebert.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
She's too busy talking.
I know, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I fucking hate those bitches.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
And it's like, who heckles the and it's like, I said, someone brought it up on Facebook, and I said, well, that goes back to Obama when, yelled out and heckled when Obama was talking. And even when Trump was in power and he gave a State of the Union, you had Democrats actually heckle, whatever, because it's supposed to be a respect type factor there. Yeah, and you get to levels where the Republicans don't care about the respect factor as much as the Democrats seem to, from seeing the things that are happening. So it's just getting ugly. Yeah, and it's like a thing on the news today, like when the Facebook thing, NBC News said, well, Mitch McConnell was planning to vote against her for the Supreme Court justice. I'm like, why is this news? Like, that easily could have been known that Mitch McConnell was going to vote against her. I mean, that's not a surprise at all.
Right.
Yeah. It's just, but she's more qualified than the people even asking her questions. And it's just like, and more even, she has more experience in her time there, probably more than Gorsuch, Barrett, and Kavanaugh put together.
Oh, they did. I saw like a chart. And it was talking about Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett and
Brown. Kind of farming they got behind there.
What?
He wants to know.
It's not our problem. They can farm however they want to.
Sometimes wheat.
But it was a chart.
But never weed.
Yeah.
I don't think so anyway.
But it was a chart, and it was lining up all their experiences. And they were like, we're being honest, and like Kavanaugh and Barry and Brown, like they had like they had like a lot of columns. They had like equal. Some of them had less, but when it all added up, it was like Brown had like she was like a defender, and she served as her community, and she had like all these things, and it was like, why is this like? Fuck y'all white fucking men like that are just sitting there like fucking escaping when Tennessee or Texas doesn't have power and you're going to Mexico. Like, fuck you, Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz.
Fuck you, Lindsey Graham. Like, fuck all of y'all. Fuck you.
Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, like, I'm racist against old white men. Fucking racist against old white men. Fucking hate all white men. Fucking, I'm not all of them. Oh, that's a very racist thing to say. Not all of them.
Jason, Dems heckle better. Pelosi's Secretary Cops are tearing up Trump's speech was hilarious, respectful. Yeah, I wasn't actually.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, she was.
I wasn't a big fan of Pelosi doing that. I thought that was just a level that she didn't need to do. But she wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I just felt like that was another thing that was giving more fuel to the fire, but not.
Right, yeah.
But she
helping
sat
the
there.
thing.
She listened.
She sat
and then
there.
When it ended, she was like, "Fuck you. You're a shit show."
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It'll be interesting going forward because I don't even know. 2024 could be really an ugly race. How does Cruz? It's Texas, James. It's Texas. Texas is.
Yeah, I know.
Texas,
I said
Texas and Florida, 2 states we haven't figured out yet.
Right.
How does fucking McConnell get? Like he's already been.
That's
dead.
Kentucky.
Queen Elizabeth.
He
died like 10 years ago, but we keep like fucking like Weekend at Bernie's shit.
Still alive somehow.
Yeah, Weekend at
We're not
Bernie's.
trusting yeah. Yeah, he filed a lawsuit today against Hillary for something about the 2016 thing. I'm like, you're still living in a 2016 election?
Did you see Putin put sanctions against like Hillary Clinton? Like fucking Hillary Clinton. And like Putin was trying to be like, I'm putting the sanctions against Hillary and I probably Bush and Obama. I'm like, they're like,
they're not
God.
they're not planning to go to Russia anytime soon. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, because oh my God, I'm like, dude, just shut up and sit down.
Yeah. Oh
Arizona
wow.
going down.
James said he's meeting his son from Texas next week for the first time in 13 years. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
How old is your son?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
That'd be
for
cool.
Him this could.
You
be
say
like,
Arizona went down?
Oh.
Yeah, they're down 9 with 46 seconds to go.
I'm done
Down
watching
10
March
now.
Madness. That frees up my weekend.
2 number ones. That's who I had in the final four the final game was.
I had them win it.
Arizona.
28.
Your son is 28. So what's
See, it says
28
15.
minus 13?
15.
Oh wow. Oh,
He can have a beer with you now, James.
Yeah.
it will probably be complicated, but
Showing the good ropes of the beers.
yes. Like I don't know the whole story, but like if you're all meeting up, then I'm sure he wants to meet up and like
It's awesome.
can be a great thing.
And good luck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, kiddos, it's just about 12:30.
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah, no kidding.
Boo, Rod.
And
Someone
Shad
has
is-
to work tomorrow night.
Shad is the only one sleeping in of the 3 here.
Next
get
week,
off-
however, though, I'm off Thursday and Friday, so
It could be
Why are you off
crazy.
next week on Thursday and
I
Friday?
just took off.
Oh, I gotta work
'Cause they're-
Thursday, but I'm off Friday.
So you can come home from work and then join, and we can stay up
There you
all night
go.
long.
That's not the thing I do though. I come home from work and I'm like,
you
I'm
will.
gonna go to bed.
But you will.
No, I probably won't. But maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it's a
will, 'cause you're off the
possibility.
weekend too, though. So
I mean, maybe. Maybe it'll happen. We'll see how I feel that night.
Yeah.
I'm not a plan maker, so we'll see
Oh,
what
poor
happens.
James.
it's a week away. So
He says, yeah, his mom is a bitch.
Well,
Well,
you should have
yeah.
picked a better woman. You fucking men are so stupid.
you don't know what the deal
You don't know,
was.
yeah.
No, I said you should have picked a better woman. Like,
What's
don't-
up, Dave?
I know, but I mean, you still can't say that though. I mean, I guess you can.
It was all about the pussy. I'm just a house husband, so I can sleep in.
There you
Yes.
go.
I
Yeah.
wish I was too, James. I wish I was too.
Me and James
Yeah.
can sit here and talk.
There you
He's
go.
in grad school coming to Chicago for anthropology conference. Oh, very nice. Good
Oh
for
my
him.
nice.
God, I love. Oh my God, I want to
That's
talk to
cool.
your son. Anthropology is what I wanted to do because it's like talking about like
Cheers,
why humans
Dave.
act the way they do.
You're up. Well, now Dave's up early over there. He's at the Isle of Man, so he's across the pond as well.
I never heard of Isle. Is that a place, Isle of Man?
Yeah, it's I'm gonna say I think it's England, but I wanted to make sure I said that right because I know it was England or one of the other countries over there. But like they do a lot of their motorcycle racing and stuff too, because I know EB used to do videos from some of the races over there.
An English man, an English accent that races bikes. Like,
Yeah, he said it's 4:25 a.m. there, so they are 4 hours ahead of us now because of the time change.
so he's been up later than us, or he.
Oh, he's
woke
getting
early?
up. No, he's getting up now. Probably go to work or
He's
get
getting
ready
up,
for
yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. One of the Celtic nations in the UK. Yeah, so I just want to make sure.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Appreciate it. Dave does his channel. If you haven't checked out, Dave does beer and stuff too, and does jokes and everything like that. So fun channel. But I think we're going to sign off now because it's late. in the States.
Responsibility.
We gotta work.
Because of responsibility.
Some people don't have to.
He's a postman. Is the postman always
Are you like on what's the one we watched where the one with his wife died and he didn't believe in God.
Between Wales and Ireland and the Irish Sea. I do want to get over there at some point.
What was it?
I have no idea what you're
And he had the dog, his wife died, and he watched all the videos of his wife.
Is this Kevin Costner, the postman, or something?
You're talking about the sitcom?
Yes.
With Ricky Gervais?
Yes, Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
He was talking about the postman. Because remember the postman, he would put in the mail, and then he would be like, hey, I got to take a shit. And he's like, can I come in and take a shit? And then he would take a bath. He was like, I'm going to go take a shit. And then he was like, hey, where you at? And he was like taking a bath. And then Ricky Gervais set up him with the whore.
What was the name of that series?
I don't know.
Series was
Something Life.
Yeah, it'd be great to get over there, James.
Oh my God, this is another really good.
Nobody's paying attention.
End of life or afterlife with Ricky Gervais on Netflix.
Well, after now, we're going to sign off because if I don't, Shannon will bring up another topic. So
bail now while you can.
I hate it when people don't pay attention to me.
Thanks, Dave, for tuning in late here. Thanks, James, for hanging in with us, and thanks everybody else that joined in. And appreciate everybody out there.
Good night. Good morning.
Gord, come back next time. You can ask Todd and Shannon more about their farm.
I love a farm.
We'll have our straw hats on and our overalls.
No.
But we're going to sign off, and hopefully you guys have a great night. And we will catch up with you next week. Back again next Thursday and next Tuesday and Wednesday. 2 big shows coming up for some interviews, so make sure you check those out as well. That being said, we are out of here.
Thanks.